Good evening, and welcome to Big Z Sports' presentation of high school softball playoffs. Tonight in this Division IV regional final at Pickerington High School, the Strasburg Tigers take on the Portsmouth Notre Dame Titans. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Wayne Door, Wood Electric, Wendy's, Unified Insulation, and McInturf Realty. Now let's head to the field with Big Z Sports.
Welcome into Big Z Sports coverage of high school softball regional final action between the two-time defending state champions Strasburg Lady Tigers and Portsmouth Notre Dame. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Joe Geckler, along with Nick McWilliams today here at Pickerington Central High School. And we have a good softball game for you today. Our presenting sponsor, thanks to the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, we are in our Wood Electric pregame show as Strasburg out on the field warming up today before today's first pitch, scheduled at about 5 o'clock. Notre Dame warmed up already, so both teams getting their final tosses in, Nick, and 3 years in a row you face the same team in the same game at the same location in the same pitcher.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the crazy thing is we're talking about a three-peat here potentially for the Strasburg Tigers at this stage. Obviously, we know them with being the back-to-back state champions, but for Portsmouth, you know, this is a game that they have had circled on their calendar all year, especially when we were getting close to that tournament time and they were thinking, there is nothing except Pickerington or bust for us, and the fact that they wanted to take down the Strasburg Lady Tigers. The interesting thing is, what's that old adage, beating the same team 3 times in a season is really hard. How hard is it, though, in the regionals?
Absolutely. Strasburg, of course, like Nick mentioned, the two-time defending state champions the last 2 years in a row. They've beat the Portsmouth Notre Dame Titans those 2 years to get on to the state championship game. Portsmouth Notre Dame has never been past this point in their high school history, so they're definitely wanting to get past this game here tonight against the Strasburg Lady Tigers. Got a good pitching matchup today. Gwen Sparks of Notre Dame and, of course, Amelia Spidell for the Lady Tigers of Strasburg. Again, we're in the Wood Electric pregame show. Coming up next, we're going to have our Cush Financial in the dugout interview with Strasburg head coach. Or actually, we're going to talk a little bit about Notre Dame after the timeout. Their coach, Shad Ford, declined our interview request here today, so we will not be able to talk to him, but we'll take a break, come back, and we'll talk about their team a little bit before we hear from head coach Tom Spidell. That's after this. You're listening to Big Z Sports right here with Claxon Communications. Back after this.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
New breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
You need unified insulation.
AC always running? Second floor always hot? Electric bills sky high? Don't let the upcoming summer months steam you out of your own home. Call Unified Insulation today. Hi, this is Jeremiah Thomas with Unified Insulation. With our help, your home will be cool and comfortable all summer long. Find us at unifiedinsulation.com.
You need unified insulation.
At Kaufman Realty and Auctions, you've got options. Your property is unique, and our agents know how to sell it. Whether it's a traditional listing or live auction, we'll earn you top dollar. Our agents will utilize whichever method of sale works best. When buying or selling your next home, call on Kaufman.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
This is Jordan Hartzler with Hartzler's Quality Housing. In today's housing market, with low inventory and rising costs, there is a need for affordable housing. With our team's knowledge and experience, we strive to provide affordable, quality housing to our customers to help them achieve their dream of home ownership. We have been a family-owned and operated business for 45 years.
Conveniently located just off I-77 in New Philadelphia, stop by and browse their model homes or learn more by visiting Hartzlers.com.
Welcome back to the Wood Electric pregame show. Joe Geckler, Nick McWilliams, live from Pickerington Central High School as we are in our Cush Financial Group in the dugout segment. And as I mentioned before break, we were declined an interview by Shad Ford, the head coach of Portsmouth Notre Dame. So myself and Nick will talk about the Notre Dame Titans and the last 3 years. Nick, you were here last year for this game, and you got to see them a little bit. The teams are exactly the same. I think Strasburg may have lost a couple of seniors the same way over here on the third base dugout of Notre Dame, but these teams are essentially the same.
Yeah, I mean this is basically all you want from when it comes to a proverbial rematch, which is crazy to think how much softball we've played to get to this rematch. Now for Portsmouth, last season when it came to getting to Amelia Spidell on the mound for Strasburg, there were bright spots, there were some not so bright spots. Overall, they were able to scratch across a couple runs, and I know that they were happy about the fact that they did get runs across. The biggest issue coming into this contest, though, that Notre Dame had last year against this team was the fact that in one inning they gave up the bulk of the runs that they ended up ultimately giving up. It was just one of those real bad innings that you have, and you look back on and go, if we don't have that, we're right in contention all the way through in this game. So that's going to be your biggest key for them for sure. When you look at their schedule that they had through the regular season, only posting 3 losses on the year, and they beefed up this schedule big time. They had some Division I opponents. They had some Division II, Division III opponents. I think actually 4 losses, my mistake. This has been a dominant team all year long. We're talking run rule games all over the place, and we're talking a very sound unit. We're going to see how that matches up against Strasburg, because especially when you talk about the mental game of this, you start going out there on the field to try to make plays, you're in the box, everything, and you think, boy, we struggled 2 times against this team. Can we figure it out in the 3rd time? You got to tell your team to wipe that all out of their head. Easier said than done, though. Yeah, like you mentioned, they're 23-4 on the season. They were 8-0 in their conference, and the 4 losses were to some really good teams, bigger schools. Centerville out of Dayton area, they're a huge Division I school, one of the biggest in the Dayton area. Wellston. You had also a loss to Anthony Wayne, who I believe was in the they were in the state finals last year.
Okay, and then you also lose to a Lincoln County out of West Virginia, who was a really good team in West Virginia. So this team has played a lot of good teams, a lot of good competition. They're familiar with the Tigers, and it's going to be an interesting matchup here. I think both head coaches are ready for this, and you'll hear Coach Spidell's interview, who graced us with an interview here today, and we'll hear from him and what he has to say, and it's going to be a fun matchup. Big crowd on hand here today as well for both teams. Great atmosphere here. Going to be a lot of fun, and that's going to wrap up our our Cush Financial Group, in the dugout segment for Notre Dame Titans. We're going to take a break, come back, and we'll be joined in the dugout by Strasburg head coach Tom Spidell. That's after this with Big Z Sports.
The Tiger's Den Sports Shop in Strasburg is just that, your one-stop shop for local high school team apparel. With a large selection of shirts, sweatshirts, hats, beanies, coats, you can have it customized to be your school's biggest fan. Whether you need a single shirt or a team order, the Tiger's Den Sports Shop in Strasburg has just what you need. For contact information, find them on Facebook.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Niedenthal facility on North Wooster Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Celebrating 20 years of excellence, Synergy Sign and Graphics proudly serves clients nationwide and beyond. For 2 decades, our passion for perfection has set us apart, earning us international acclaim. Join us in celebrating our legacy of innovation and artistry. Synergy Sign and Graphics, where cutting-edge sign design and fabrication meets old-world craftsmanship.
Ron's Heating and Cooling in Denison has been serving this great area since 1977. At Ron's, no matter what you need, they can handle it. From heating and cooling to standby Generac generators, water heaters, tankless water heaters, mobile home equipment, duct cleaning, and 24-hour no-heat service. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call 740-922-5252. Ron's Heating and Cooling proudly supports high school sports and would like to wish best of luck to all local athletes participating this season.
When you're traveling to the game, there's a great way to see your directional map on a new radio from Cartoons in New Philly. Just plug in your phone, and all your maps and apps and Bluetooth devices are right on your radio. Cartoons carries a wide selection of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto radios from all of the name brands. From 7-inch screen radios to 10-inch screen radios, Cartoons has you covered. Stop in and see them on display and let Cartoons give you a demonstration. Cartoons, 517 West High Avenue in New Philly. Be there.
Reduce your energy costs and get rebates up to $400? Thad here for TMK Valley Propane. The Ohio Propane Council offers Ohio residents rebates for installing new propane water heaters and furnaces. Heck, even licensed installers can receive incentives for installation. Visit OhioPropaneRebates.com. This public service announcement is brought to you by your friends at TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK. Service with a personal touch.
Welcome back to the Wood Electric pregame show. Joe Geckler in the dugout with Strasburg head coach Tom Spidell, presented by the Cush Financial Group. Coach, the ball club shut out Valley 2-0 behind a stellar 14 strikeout performance by your pitcher, Amelia Spidell, and a timely double by Miley Reifenschneider. Overall, how do you feel the ladies played?
Oh, I was happy with our pitching and defense. You know, that part was really good, but, you know, whatever it was, I'll give their pitcher a lot of credit. You know, she kept us off balance with that off speed and stuff, and we had one of those days where we didn't hit very good. So it was lucky we got 2 in the first, and then sometimes you got to win some games like that you got to make 1 or 2 runs stand up. So we was able to do that, and we moved on. So that's what we're happy about.
Coach, the regional championship game for the 3rd year in a row. How are your nerves heading into the biggest game of the season to this point?
Yeah, you know, I am a little nervous, but I'm also very confident in our team. We just know at this point in the season that anything can happen, and we're having such a fun ride. We're ready for it to continue into next week. So, you know, a little bit of nerves, but a lot of excitement and confidence in our team.
Coach, a familiar foe tonight in Notre Dame, the 3rd year in a row. In this very game, you face the Titans. Does that help you in your preparation coming into tonight?
Oh, I think a little bit, you know, but I'm sure it helps them also. We're both familiar with each other, know what each other's going to do. Know there'll be some gamemanship on their part trying to get in Amelia's head, and the coach will probably complain about something, trying to get in her head. And, you know, so we've talked about that and different things. And, you know, we know it's going to be a good game and probably come down to the last out in the last inning. So we got to be ready to go.
Finally, Coach, your favorite question. What are your 3 keys for the Lady Tigers to knock off the Lady Titans and advance to yet another state Final Four?
You know, why change it up now? You know, it's been this way for 2 years, but we can't strike out. We've got to put the ball in play. We got to be solid defensively and pitching, and then just whether it's bunting or the long ball, whatever it is, to find a way to get at least 1 more run.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck and have fun.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was Strasburg head coach Tom Spidell joining me in the dugout, presented by the Cush Financial Group. Coming up next, the Wendy's starting lineups and first pitch of the Titans and Tigers right here with Big Z Sports.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Keim Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
The Sarchone name has always been known for truck sales, and once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at SarchoneCDJR.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Get your own at Sarchone.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Welcome back to Pickerington Central High School. Joe Geckler, Nick McWilliams on site for the regional championship game between the Strasburg Lady Tigers and the Portsmouth Notre Dame Titans. We're going to take a look at the Wendy's starting lineup. First for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Strasburg Lady Tigers. Number 19, Amelia Spidell. She leads off and is in the circle today. Batting second, number 77, Riley Becker. She's in center field. Batting third, number 16, Olivia Spidell. She is behind the plate catching. Batting fourth, number 9, Ella Gilkerson. She's at shortstop. Number 14, Miley Reifenschneider. She's at first base and batting fifth. Batting sixth, number 55, Ada Richards. She's at second base. At third base, number 7, Addie Sibla. Batting eighth in left field, Keegan Kramer. She wears number 12. And number 35, Rael Watkins in right field, batting ninth. Again, Spidell, Becker, Spidell, Gilkerson, Reifenschneider, Richards, Sibla, Kramer, and Watkins. Now take a look at the Portsmouth Notre Dame starting lineups. Nick McWilliams.
Starting off in your leadoff position, number 5, the right fielder, it is Maddie Entler. Then batting second, wearing number 38, the third baseman, Alea Sword. Then it's the first baseman batting third, Kendall Ford. She wears number 22. In the power spot, it's the pitcher, number 27, Gwen Sparks. Number 7 batting fifth is Lindsay Schaefer. She's the shortstop. Your catcher bats 6, and Kate Entler. She wears number 45. Then batting 7th, Macy Ford, the center fielder, wearing number 12. Ava Rush, your left fielder, wears number 6, bats 8. And rounding out the starting lineups for the Notre Dame Titans, it is Bella Rush. She wears number 1, and she plays second base.
So those are the Wendy's starting lineups, and we have both teams out of the way as the Notre Dame Titans are in the field warming up as their pitcher, Gwen Sparks. Getting some final throws down to home plate. Now the throw down to second base, and this game's about underway, Nick. It's going to be a good one here, a rematch, third year in a row between these two teams.
Well, what I was about to say is with Sparks, you know, she has been the one who's towed the rubber for Notre Dame in this game the past 2 years. She'll do it for the third year as well. Heck of a swimmer, I hear, for Notre Dame as well, and a heck of a pitcher. Kind of similar in the sense with Spidell. She's got some heat. She likes to work up in the zone. We didn't see as much of a changeup or a breaking ball from her in the years past. We'll see if maybe she's added that to her repertoire.
Now the Buckeye Career Center first pitch from Gwen Sparks is going to be swung on and missed by Amelia Spidell, and this regional championship game is underway at 5 o'clock on the money. Game time temp about 83 degrees. It's going to be a warm one. Not much of a breeze. A little bit here and there, but not as much as it was Wednesday. The 0-1 pitch is going to be outside. Ball number 1. Our home plate umpire tonight, Mike Curtin. First base, Monica Mix. And at third base, Wendell Cawley. Those are your umpires tonight for our regional championship game here in Division 4. 1-1 pitch outside for ball number 2. Now 2 balls and 1 strike to Amelia Spidell. She comes in batting .456, 18 RBIs, and a home run. The team bats .351 on the season. They've hit 14 home runs. Swing and a miss evens the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Amelia Spidell. Senior versus senior, pitcher versus pitcher. Sparks looks down at her wristband. Gets her pitch. Rocks in, fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3, out number 1 here in the top of the first.
Something to note there on that first at bat for the Tigers. Sparks went exclusively on the outside corner, trying to paint it the whole time. She did not want to bring it inside. We've seen how Spidell out of that left-handed batter's box can really crank it down the right field line. But a good work by Sparks to sit down the first batter.
So Riley Becker steps in. A center fielder batting .367 with 9 RBIs. She does slap out of the left-hander's batter's box. And it's going to be on the outside corner for strike number 1. Third baseman weigh in. Notre Dame wearing gold pants, blue jerseys, gold numerals, trimmed in white. Now the 0-1 pitch. Slap down the third base line and foul out of play. Runs the count now to no balls and 2 strikes. Strasburg in all black. Black pants, black jerseys, white pinstripes, orange numbers, trimmed in white. Now the 0-2 pitch to Becker. Sparks gets her call. Now rocks and fires. Swing and a miss by Becker for out number 2 and strikeout number 2 here in the top of the first inning.
Same thing with Becker, all outside corner pitches, and for her, given that Sparks is so tall and likes to work up in the zone, if she's going to slap, she's going to have to start a little bit earlier. You saw her foul it off nicely down the left side, but that swing's going to have to start a little bit earlier.
Now the catcher, Olivia Spidell, steps in. She's batting .472, 32 RBIs and a home run on the season. First pitch to her is going to be outside for ball number 1. Wednesday night, Shannon Thomas and I did the game, and the Valley pitcher intentionally, unintentionally walked her and got to Miley Reifenschneider. That ball is going to be on the inside corner for strike number 1. And they walked her and then walked the next batter, and Reifenschneider got the double, and that made the difference in the game. And, that's what happens when you have 3 hot bats in a row in that Strasburg lineup. The 1-1 pitch going to be high for ball number 2. Ella Gilkerson on deck, Miley Reifenschneider in the hole. No score here, top of the first, 2 outs between Notre Dame and Strasburg. Winner goes to the state Final Four. Now the 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed for strike number 2. Evens the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big thanks to Synergy Sign and Graphics in Strasburg for jumping on our broadcast the rest of the way here this spring. We appreciate what Jim Dawson and the guys over at Synergy Signs and Graphics does in Strasburg. Now the 2-2 pitch, swung on and popped up. Shortstop calls it and hauls it in for out number 3. And the Tigers go 1-2-3, top of the first. Headed to bottom of the first for the Notre Dame Titans. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
Are you neglecting your building's 5th wall? Did you know something as simple as a clogged drain can lead to a destructive roof leak? Protect your business assets with WM Commercial Roofing's Umbrella Care program. This program will provide you with regular maintenance surveys and repairs to extend the life of your roof. Invest in your business with our top quality materials, advanced techniques, and skilled craftsmanship. Are you ready for a reliable partnership? Visit our website, wmcommercialroofing.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram to learn more.
Welcome back to Pickerington Central High School. Bottom of the first inning, no score between Notre Dame and Strasburg. Joe Geckler and Nick McWilliams. Big thanks to Tuscarawas Insurance Agency as our presenting sponsor all spring long. Nick, I know baseball, softball, and the track and field events that you called earlier this spring. Big thanks to Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Zach Motice and the crew there. Doing a great job as always, and supporting Big Z Sports and all of our local area athletes.
And Big Z Sports is always looking for a way to expand and highlight more of the great athletes that we do have in Z Country, and it's people like the Zach Motice and the crew at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency who make that possible year in and year out.
Absolutely. Maddie Entler, Alea Sword, and Kendall Ford, the first 3 here in the bottom of the first inning. Defensive alignment, Kramer, Becker, Watkins left to right in the outfield at third, Addie Sibla, Ella Gilkerson at short, Ada Richards at second, Miley Reifenschneider at first, Olivia Spidell behind the plate catching her sister, Amelia Spidell. First pitch Be just outside for ball number 1.
I want to go ahead and say this now, Joe, because if you joined our broadcast last year, if you remember what Notre Dame did, Spidell likes to work very quickly. They were calling a lot of time out of the box, screwing up that rhythm. We'll see if they want to do that again.
Fouled off at the plate to the backstop. That's going to be strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Maddie Entler, the right fielder. She wears number 5, bats from the right side. Sword and forward here in the bottom of the first inning.
Not a big, for collegiately Notre Dame fan, but I'm digging the blue jerseys, gold pants.
Yeah, it's a good combination. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Maddie Entler.
That's coming from an Ohio State alum, so I mean that's
it is a nice combo. As long as it's not the maize and blue. I can't handle that combination. Yeah. But the gold and blue, that's okay, I guess. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Amelia Spidell the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1, and out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. Going to bring in Alea Sword, the third baseman for the Titans.
Saw Spidell kind of work a little bit with the inside-outside game there on the first batter, but she exclusively kind of went on the outside as well. Whenever we're talking about the velocity that both of these pitchers present, if you're trying to catch up to that ball in the outside corner and you don't time it right, you might as well forget it. It's in the catcher's glove before you're even swinging.
Spidell, the routine, drops the rosin bag, rocks and fires. That's going to be strike 1 right down the middle to Alea Sword for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike now. 1 out here, bottom of the first, no score between Strasburg and Notre Dame of Portsmouth. Now the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the screen for strike 2. Now no balls and 2 strikes to Sword.
That ball might have a nice little chunk out of it. It hit one of the poles back here.
It hit one of the green support poles here and bounced straight down to the ground. Like Nick said, it may have a green mark or even a chunk out of it. There's a ball right here in front of us on the net.
Remember I think it was Jamie Moyer in Major League Baseball. Maybe it wasn't Jamie. No, it was, I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody who they found that the ball had a chunk. They didn't place it out, and he threw about the most wicked slider of his career before it got fouled away.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Out number 2 at the bottom of the first. Going to bring in Kendall Ford, the first baseman.
It's going to sound weird. Greg Maddox, that's who it was.
He had a wicked slider without the chunk out of the ball.
Look that up sometime. He was sad because 2 pitches later he got fouled out of the ballpark.
He's like, crap. So Kendall Ford steps in, the number 3 hitter. Wears number 22, bats from the right side. Spidell gets her sign, looks at her wrist, and throws. Swing and a foul ball back behind us.
Going to be calling a headache from field 2.
Yeah, headache from field 2. We have a no balls and 1 strike count. Big thanks to Hartzler's Quality Housing in Dover as they jump on our broadcast as well. Jordan Hartzler and the crew over there at Hartzler's Quality Housing right off the exit there at Dover, right by the Harley dealership. You can step onto their facility there and check out all their homes.
They can put you in the home that's going to best suit your needs.
Absolutely. That's Hartzler's Quality Housing. We appreciate those guys as well. The 0-2 pitch. Did she swing? She did. Strike 3. Out number. Is that strike 2?
2.
That is strike 2. I'm sorry.
Got a little pumped up there, Joe.
I did. They checked it, and the crowd went excited as head coach Shad Ford complaining about something.
I think he might have been asking whether or not that pitch was actually in the zone or not, but it appealed down to first. It appealed down to first. Yeah. First base umpire says, yes, she did.
She swung, so you really can't appeal if it was in a strike zone or not. She swung at it, so that'd be a strike. So no balls, 2 strikes to Kendall Ford. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3, out number 3, and that's going to do it for the first inning. No score between Notre Dame and Strasburg. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Do you hunt, fish, sew, or have a hobby that you would like to share with someone? Hi, this is Noah Sugg with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and we are faced with our biggest commitment in matching 56 littles with Bigs. We will match a little with you that shares the same interests and enjoys the same things, so you can do what you enjoy and change the life of a little at the same time. To learn more, we ask you call 339-6916 or visit bigs4kids.com/volunteer. Thank you.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
Top of the second inning back here at Pickerington Central High School. Joe Geckler, Nick McWilliams. Again, big thanks to the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. And, of course, the Claxon Communications crew today of the main man, Casey Claxon, with us, and Natalie Holbrook on the camera for us today as well for the Claxon Communications. We're in the top of the second. Going to be 4, 5, and 6. That means Gilkerson, Reifenschneider, and Richards. As Gilkerson takes a timeout, steps out, now steps back in, collects herself. And now the first pitch from Sparks. It's going to be high for ball number 1.
I'm not going to assume anything, Joe, but like I said last year with Notre Dame calling the time as well, you know, for Gilkerson kind of taking time there, maybe taking a page out of her sister Emma's book.
I thought she looked down. I thought she may have had something in her eye or something. I don't know.
It's the breeze is blowing around some stuff, so it's definitely possible.
Swing and a miss on the 1-0 pitch now. Going to be 1 ball and 1 strike to Ella Gilkerson, coming into the game, batting .493 with 5 home runs and 30 RBIs for the sophomore.
Third baseman's actually playing even with the bag.
I wouldn't play. I'd play even too. That ball's going to be fouled off at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Gilkerson. Reifenschneider on deck. Richards in the hole for the Lady Tigers. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ella Gilkerson. Breeze picked up a little bit here. Wind's blowing right to left a little bit. That's going to be outside for ball number 2. Pitcher hit the spot, but it was about 1.5 feet outside.
Kate Entler behind the plate trying desperately to hold that thing there. Make it look appealing for Blue, but he wasn't buying.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and driven out to right center field. The right fielder is going to call it and catch it for out number 1 here in the top of the second.
Gilkerson kind of inside-outed that ball as it went to right field, but you might have seen how the wind pushed that back in. She had more of a ride on it than was actually shown where the right fielder caught it. That wind just killed that ball.
Now number 14, Miley Reifenschneider, the first baseman. She comes in batting .389 with 6 home runs, 37 RBIs for the sophomore. First pitch is going to be way outside for ball number 1. Again, Sparks hit her spot, but it was halfway into the other batter's box. I'm not sure that'll be a strike in any league that you play.
Unless the bat's going around.
Inside corner for strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. 8U or 10U, it may be a strike, but not at this level high school softball.
That's the spot that Sparks is going to want on the inside corner because these right-handed batters for Strasburg always stand right up in the box.
Takes strike 2 on the corner, does Reifenschneider, now in the hole at 1 ball and 2 strikes. No score, top of the second inning. Now the 1-2 pitch. Outside for ball number 2. I expect Sparks to come inside here after she goes outside that far. Going to try to go back inside, if I had to guess, or up, as Nick's motioning up with his hand. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back onto the other field. Not directly behind us, but over to the right of us.
Yeah, when they have 4 games going on here from this complex, it gets a little bit hairy on some of these foul balls.
And now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and out number 2 here in the bottom of the second.
I was just
top of the second.
I was just a pitch early, Joe. I said she was going to be climbing the ladder. She did it on that one after getting the foul from Reifenschneider, who kind of almost saw some eye candy that was almost right down the pipe.
Yeah, she would have hit it. It may have went 250 feet, but that's a tough one to catch up to when it's up that high as Ada Richards steps in. Swing and a miss for strike number 1.
Pitching duel like this, you're definitely going to have to be preaching to your batters, hey, we're looking for contact. We're not looking for long flyouts.
The 0-1 pitch holds off. That's going to be ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Richards come in batting 194 with 14 RBIs on the season. Outside corner for strike number 2. Sparks loves that corner, whether it be the outside corner or the inside corner. She's getting that call. They look to be about 4 to 5 inches outside maybe. But she's getting the call. She keeps going back. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3 out. Number 3 here in the top of the second inning. And the Strasburg Lady Tigers go 1-2-3 here in the top of the second. Going to take a timeout, come back, and head to the bottom of the second. That's after this with Big Z Sports.
Are you ready to give your home a new look? Look no further than Wayne Door, your one-stop shop for all your residential needs. Garage doors, entry doors, windows, and patio doors. Wayne Door has everything you need to upgrade your curb appeal. With 24/7 emergency service, you can trust their technicians to be there when you need them most. Stop by the Dover showroom on State Route 39 or visit WayneDoor.com and let the experts help transform your house into the home of your dreams. Wayne Door, more than just garage doors, from the people you can trust. Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Welcome back to the Division IV Regional Championship game as Gwen Sparks steps in, swings and misses at the first offering from Amelia Spidell, now in the hole at no balls and 1 strike. Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, our presenting sponsor today and all spring long for Big Z Sports. Got Sparks, Schaefer, and Entler here, the first 3 in the bottom of the second. It's going to be high and inside to Gwen Sparks for ball number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Sparks, the pitcher. Senior versus senior, pitcher versus pitcher. As Sparks leads off the bottom of the second, no score between Strasburg and Notre Dame. Swing and a miss, strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Sparks. Sparks, very tall. I bet she's every bit of 6'1", maybe 6'2". I was down, saw her in the pregame, and I kind of had to look up at her. She's pretty tall.
That's what I mentioned about the heck of a swimmer for Notre Dame as well.
1-2 pitch, outside corner, strike 3, out number 1 here in the bottom of the second.
Sparks kind of had a check swing on that outside pitch in the strike prior. Then right there couldn't pull the trigger. You know, that's almost the deer in the headlights. You get a little bit too concerned, a little bit too perfect. You're hunting for the pitch rather than just letting the bat come off your shoulders, especially with 2 strikes.
Shortstop Lindsay Schaefer steps in. Wears number 7, bats from the right side. Of course, her first time up. 4 strikeouts in a row now for Spidell. First pitch, swung on and fouled down the third base line and out of play for strike number 1. Kate Entler on deck for Notre Dame. Of course, in the last game, Amelia Spidell went over the 900 career strikeout mark. She's just adding to that every one she gets from here on out.
Through 10 completed batters, we've got 8 punch-outs combined between these 2 pitchers.
Outside corner, strike number 2. Lindsay Schaefer shakes her head, does not like the call, but she's in the hole now at no balls and 2 strikes.
And this is always the key here. You're starting to establish now where the umpire zone's going to be. If he's going to favor a little bit more on the outside corner, you've got to make the adjustment.
Now they take a timeout, does Schaefer.
Spidell looks up and said, I wasn't even in the circle.
Now no, the 0-2 pitch to Schaefer. Strike 3 called outside corner. Strikeout number 5 on the day for Amelia Spidell. That's out number 2 here in the bottom of the second.
Make it 9 for 11 now out of the total batters completed. 9 punch-outs between both Spidell and Sparks. Remember, folks, when we said in the pregame it was going to be a pitcher's duel, we were not kidding.
Yeah, this could be a very quick game. Pitcher's duel, 5 straight strikeouts for Spidell as Kate Entler, the catcher, number 45, steps in. It's going to be outside for ball number 1. Big thanks to the Tigers Den in Strasburg, jumping on our broadcast the rest of the way Go check them out, the Tigers Den. I believe shirts and all kinds of embroidered material, and get your clothing from the Tigers Den in Strasburg. That ball is going to be fouled off down the right field line and out of play for strike number 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Kate Entler, the catcher. Macy Ford on deck.
Tigers Den does a whole bunch of custom Strasburg apparel, but they can do pretty much any custom apparel for you if you need them. Ask Shannon Thomas. He had a close deadline for getting a shirt.
Really?
He said Tigers Den hooked him up.
That's awesome. So now the 1-1 pitch to Entler. That's going to be a changeup in the dirt for ball number 2. Now 2 balls and 1 strike to Entler.
First batter of the day, I do believe that Spidell has slipped behind, but it is a warm one out there, and sweat on the hand. If you're trying that backhand with the changeup, it can definitely slide right out.
So 2 balls and 1 strike. Now the pitch swung on and fouled right back here to the screen. For strike number 2, evens the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keith, our PA announcer,
our buddy's getting jumpy.
Yeah, he flinched a little bit, and I'm like, that's like 50 feet in front of us. Like we've done some games where right up against the fence, and I'll flinch on those.
He's just getting in position to get the hand up.
He did put his hand up like he was going to catch it and save us, Nick, because we couldn't catch it.
No. It's been too long for me trying to catch it.
And you were a catcher, right?
Yeah. I like to say I tried.
Yeah. I was a pitcher and a first baseman, so. Now the 2-2 pitch to Entler. Guess what? Oh, he called it low for ball number 3. I thought that was going to be number 6 on the day, but did not get the call. Did Spidell. That's going to run the count full now at 3-2.
Olivia Spidell tried to hold it at the knees. The problem is when she pulled it up, she went way too high with it probably, and that's why Blue says no go.
3-2 pitch, grounded to second base and through for the first base hit of the ball game by Kate Entler. Just out of the reach of the second baseman, Ada Richards, and that gets a runner on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Richards was shaded closer to the first baseline, as a lot of batters usually are behind the timing when it comes to facing Spidell, and so it's not the bad place to be at all. Just a better job of hitting by Entler, who found that open gap.
Number 12, Macy Ford, the center fielder, steps in now. She is the number 7 hitter in the lineup. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning.
Another one like 6'1" or 6'2".
Yeah, she's a tall one as well. Now the first pitch. Outside corner, strike number 1 to Ford.
Sybil at third base crashed way in here for this 2-out scenario.
No balls and 1 strike. Now Spidell gets her sign and delivers. Swing and a miss for strike number 2 as Spidell fires down to Reifenschneider at first, but Entler gets back in time. But no balls and 2 strikes to Macy Ford, the center fielder, and number 7 hitter for the Notre Dame Titans.
Every catcher ever wants out number 3 on a snap throw to first, but coach is telling her in the dugout, hey, focus on what's in front of us right now.
0-2 pitch. Just outside for ball number 1. Again, no score, bottom of the second inning. Between Strasburg, the 2-time defending state champions in Division 4, and the Notre Dame Titans. This is their 3rd straight year meeting in this game at this location to go to the state Final Four. The 1-2 pitch is going to be grounded to second, fielded by Richards on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it as the Titans get 1 runner on after a base hit, but no damage. And after 2, no score between Strasburg and Notre Dame. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the financial needs of local community members for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with the unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact the office at 330-308-8700 or visit cushfinancial.com to schedule your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independent Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA, SIPC.
Find your path to success at Buckeye Career Center. Buckeye students earned over 3,000 industry-recognized credentials this past school year, and over 130 students participated in our School to Work program or an internship at a local business. Let us help you get a jump start on your future in a career of landscaping and turf management, pharmacy technician, HVACR, CAD development and design, or any of our over 30 programs. Enroll today for next school year by visiting BuckeyeCareerCenter.org.
Welcome back to Pickerington Central High School. Into the top of the third inning, you take a look at our Wayne Dorr instant replay of the final out. In the bottom of the second inning was the ground ball to second. Nice job there by Richards on to Reifenschneider as she gets the third out of the inning and keeps it no score here into the top of the third inning. And we're going to hand over the play-by-play duties to my main man, Nick McWilliams. He'll take you to the third and fourth inning. And we're going to have Sibla, Kramer, and Watkins here due up for the Lady Tigers. Nick?
Something of note, by the way, on that Wayne Dorr replay as well. You saw Entler advancing from first to second. She did exactly what she's supposed to. She got in the line of sight for Richards, tried to make it more difficult on that ground ball, but the last thing you want to do is obviously have contact with that ground ball, but still good heads-up play for the catcher for Notre Dame. As leading things off, as Joe said, it is Addie Sibla, the third baseman. She will stand in. Gwen Sparks so far through 6 batters faced. She has 4 punch-outs. The other 2 have come by way of fly ball on those outs. So Strasburg still hunting for their first base runner here in the third. We expected a pitching and defensive battle. It has certainly been that. Sibla, the righty, takes a deep breath before she digs in. Sparks set to go to work here in the third inning, trying to make it short order again for the Tigers as her first offerings well high and outside, ball 1.
Talked to Coach Tom Spidell off the before the interview earlier in the game, or earlier before the game, and he said that they contacted Mia Rose yesterday, and she came in and pitched to the Lady Tigers yesterday during practice. So
not a bad comparison. Of course, Mia did some great things with the Indian Valley softball team through the years. As Sibla fouls the next one away, the count pushes even at 1-1.
Yeah, they called her up and said, absolutely, I'll come over and pitch to you. The heat is about the same from both pitchers.
Swing and a miss as Sibla tried to get out in front of the inside fastball from Sparks but couldn't do so. It's one of the bright sides about softball in Z Country being as strong as it is, because you have people like that who could be at your disposal, like Rose was. Sparks' next offering, she went well outside. Sibla twitched the hands, thought about going for it, but it ended up in the left-handed batter's box. 2-2 count upcoming. For what it's worth, Sparks has had to work a little bit harder to get some of these punch-outs and get these outs of the Tigers through the first few. She's had a lot of even counts, as Sibla's going to keep working at it. Now a 2-2 count. You know, Joe was mentioning about this same game 3 years in a row now, same complex, same rounds here in the regional finals. Not the same field. That's what I was going to say. I think we were over there last year.
Okay.
And when I say over there, it's behind us. Next offering from Sparks is swung on and missed as Sibla is sat down. 3 straight punch-outs now for the Titans ace, as it's Keegan Kramer, the left fielder, who's now in.
12, left fielder, Keegan Kramer.
Kramer coming into this contest looking to start something early here. Both these teams so far are certainly feeling the pressure in terms of what Sparks and Spidell are bringing, as Kramer can't catch up to the fastball at strike 1.
Update from the Dover Lady Tornadoes game. They are down 3-0 to Logan Elm.
Next offering from Sparks is high at the eyes of Kramer, ball 1. Logan Elm on the field behind us, facing off against Dover. Very formidable team. Second inning?
Yeah, they're only in the second inning. They start at the exact same time. We're just moving a little quicker.
1-1 is swung on and missed as Kramer can't catch up to it again. Sparks drew farther outside. You know, Joe, you said about this game, could be going quick. That is unless extra innings are in order.
Hey, you know what?
I said that I said the bad things as everyone's looking at me like, no, don't say that.
Well, not bad yet because we're early. Now, if it was in like the 7th inning and you said that, then that's jinxing.
Then I'm putting the big Z kibosh on them.
Yes, you are.
It's a 2-2 count. Sparks winds, deals. Right past Kramer. 4th straight punch out for Sparks in her 6th of the game. As we'll go down to the 9 spot, it's the right fielder, Rael Watkins, who will stand in.
Watkins has been hot the last few games. She's really been hitting the ball well. She's got some speed coming out of that right-hander's batter's box as well. So if she can put the ball in play, they may struggle getting her at first.
Swung on and missed as Sparks goes up the ladder. You saw in our Wayne Door replay there, a lot of velocity coming off of these starting pitchers for both Notre Dame and Strasburg. Sparks' 0-1 delivery is going to be high, ball 1.
Big thanks to Ron's Heating and Cooling stepping on our broadcast today. Obviously getting hot out here, folks. A little warm here today. Thanks for the breeze, but get those air conditioners checked. They're going to be running here before long.
Sparks' next one is past Watkins as well. It's now a 1-2 count.
So give Ron's Heating and Cooling a buzz and get that air conditioner tuned up and ready. Mine's been running for a couple of days already, so a couple warm days already, so Ron's Heating and Cooling will get you fixed up.
1-2 is swung on and missed, and Sparks has 5 straight and 7 for the ball game. As we are through the order for Strasburg for the first time, we move on to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It will be Notre Dame coming up. No score from your regional final in Pickerington.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
8-9-1 due up at the plate in today's regional final out of Division 4 from the Pickerington region, as we will have Ava Rush coming up to bat. She bats 8th and is the left fielder. Both these teams struggling at the plate. Notre Dame with the 1 hit so far. It was Kate Entler who logged that last half inning for the Titans on offense. Spidell will rock and fire, and her first one's fouled way down the right side. Heads up over there for the Strasburg fans.
Yeah, that one went Natalie
over top
Holbrook's,
of Natalie Holbrook.
Yeah, Natalie Holbrook's way, and hopefully she was paying attention. She usually does, so hopefully it didn't get her.
They all yelled heads up, and the gentleman who was closest to it did the right thing, which was duck and cover. Don't look up.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Now the 0-1. Swung on, left center. It's going back towards the wall, and it's going to be off the wall. Rounding first and woeing up is Rush, who looked like she was going to have a stand-up double. Instead, she'll stand on safely at first with a left center shot to give the second knock of the game for Notre Dame.
That was a big-time line drive to left center field, and it one hopped off the fence for Ava Rush for the second hit of the game for Notre Dame. As Nick mentioned, that ball was shot out of a cannon. If there was any wind to that, that probably would have got out of here. But nice job of staying with that and putting it in the gap for a long single.
You see on your Wayne Door replay there, the left fielder Keegan Kramer got to it quickly as Rush stayed on at first. Double play depth now for Strasburg, as the first offering to Bella Rush is going to be just outside, as Olivia Spidell, the catcher, looks into her dugout and does motion away, saying, yeah, we just missed. Both Reifenschneider and Sibla are crashed in at the corners, maybe expecting a sacrifice bunt attempt here from Bella Rush. Next offering from Spidell is going to be just a bit up. It's now 2-0.
I'm not sure where that missed.
Glove rose just a little from Spidell behind the plate. The 2-0 delivery is going to be right there for strike one. Base running and aggressive base running could be a difference in this game, especially with the pitcher's duel, but Notre Dame over at first. Ava Rush has not taken off, not really gotten a huge lead. do not want to spoil a golden opportunity. Nobody gone here in the bottom of the third. Base runner on first. Next offering swung on and missed. Bella Rush couldn't catch up to the outside heat from Spidell.
Of course, on deck, Maddie Entler and then Alea Sword in the hole for the Titans if they were to get that far.
Spidell drops the rosin bag. Her 2-2. Outside corner just misses for ball 3.
Olivia Spidell talks to the umpire, Mike Curtin, and he says just a little bit outside. Bring it in.
Payoff pitch upcoming. The 3-2 from Spidell is fouled off the cage. We'll do it again.
Not much room behind home plate to the backstop, so if a ball gets back, runners may not be able to advance.
Going to depend on how aggressive you want to be.
Absolutely.
Is worth noting they don't really have much of a pad back here for the ball to kind of die on, so it might be lively coming off of that chain link as well. Payoff pitch again. Spidell's ready. Her 3-2. Swung on, fouled out of play, and heads up behind us.
Nice job by Bella Rush to stay alive with a full count. Making sure she fouls things off. It's in the zone that she can't maybe do anything with. Stays alive at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Ava Rush, the left fielder, still stands on at first. Nobody gone. If you have not done so, by the way, get subscribed today to the Big Z Sports YouTube channel and get notified when we go live with presentations like this one. Next one, ground ball, a little bit of a spinning shot off of the bat. Long throw on to first, but Gilkerson makes it for out number 1. The fielder's choice will put Ava Rush in scoring position. So we're back to the top of the lineup here. Maddie Entler, who struck out to lead off the game, will stand in. That ball looked like it was on a straight direction or path to Gilkerson at short, but it kind of almost spun off towards the third base side, as you see on our Wayne Dorr replay. Good job by Gilkerson, though, setting, firing, taking her time, and making sure she delivered an on-target throw.
Entler was the first of 5 strikeouts in a row to start the game. Back in the first inning.
Spidell kick, steal, swung on and missed. Entler tries to pull it down the right side, hit behind the runner, and maybe get her to round third, but instead, she was behind. Still no score, bottom of the third inning. Trip to Akron on the line. Next one's going to be a ground ball. Ada Richards can't get it. Rush, rounds third. She's coming home. Throw in comes to second. And Notre Dame leads 1-0 in the regional final. An RBI single for Maddie Entler puts the Titans up by 1.
Nice piece of hitting there by Maddie Entler as she knocks in Ava Rush from second base, just out of the reach of Ada Richards at second base. Good job by the right fielder, Rael Watkins, to get the ball in quick and hold that runner to just a single. As
we have a meeting on the mound here between the Strasburg infield. Probably everybody just take a deep breath, just stay calm. Olivia Spidell from behind the plate, I think, wanted that little mound visit, talked to her sister Amelia and the rest of the infield. So up next it is Alea Sword.
Alea Sword.
She struck out in the first inning. Runner on first is Entler, and the first one on the outside corner, strike 1. Well, what about you, Joe? But that one looked like it had just a little bit extra tailing action.
A little bit of a tailing action, like you mentioned. Spidell threw that one with some heat on it.
0-1. Outside corner, there goes the runner. Spidell throws down. Ball's going to get away from the shortstop, and advancing onto third safely is going to be Entler. A stolen base, then an advance on a wild throw has Notre Dame in business again. That next pitch that was offered to Sword was a strike. So it's an 0-2 count, but more pressure on the Tigers' defense. Corners will play in.
So it's going to be a stolen base and an error on the catcher on the throw to get the runner to third base. We got a timeout here as the runner at third kind of shaken up a little bit.
I think maybe slid in a little hard into the bag, did Entler. as she's trying to walk it off, talking with head coach Shad Ford. She will try, in fact, to run it off. Sometimes you're trying to get in so quick to the bag, you don't really think about your angle you're going in with, and some of these bags can be rather unforgiving whenever you hit them at the wrong angle. Looks like she'll be all right.
Especially if you slide late maybe, or you slide and you get to
that short distance.
You try to pop up and
jam
your ankle or whatever. But no balls, 2 strikes, a sword now with 1 out here at the bottom of the 3rd.
Spidell's going to rock and fire. Swung on, and a hot shot over the head of Reifenschneider. Second baseman and Richards going to make a heck of a play to back her up, but it's going to be a sacrifice RBI as Soward will score Entler from 3rd. 2-0. Notre Dame leads Strasburg in this regional championship from Pickerington, and that's a huge run plated by the Titans.
You're scoring at home. That actually goes 4 to 3 on
does.
the put out. It's going to be a ground out RBI for Alea Sword.
Kendall Ford, the first baseman, stands in. She'll watch the first pitch, and it's outside the zone, ball 1. Ford, a strikeout for her first time up. Her team, though, have all the momentum. It's a 2-0 lead for the Titans. As Spidell kicks, fires, popped up, short distance, right side. Richards calls off Reifenschneider and retires her for out number 3. Titans bring across 2. It will be the Tigers' bats coming up. How does Strasburg respond? Find out after this on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel.
You need unified insulation.
AC always running? Second floor always hot? Electric bills sky high? Don't let the upcoming summer months steam you out of your own home. Call Unified Insulation today. Hi, this is Jeremiah Thomas with Unified Insulation. With our help, your home will be cool and comfortable all summer long. Find us at unifiedinsulation.com.
You need unified insulation.
At Kaufman Realty and Auctions, you've got options. Your property is unique, and our agents know how to sell it. Whether it's a traditional listing or live auction, we'll earn you top dollar. Our agents will utilize whichever method of sale works best. When buying or selling your next home, call on Kaufman.
Welcome back into Pickerington Central High School. Big Z Sports bringing you the regional final showdown out of Division 4. And it is Notre Dame out of Portsmouth who leads 2-0 over Strasburg. As we move things on to the top of the 4th inning, it will be Amelia Spidell who will lead things off. She struck out her only other plate appearance as Sparks goes to work. And the first one's on the outside corner. Spidell got a piece of it and fouls it back to the cage, 0-1. Taking a look over at the other field directly behind us, the Dover Crimson Lady Tornadoes trail 3-0 to Logan Elm as that game is still in the 2nd inning out of Division 2 in this Pickerington Regional.
Big thanks to Niedenthal and Company for jumping on as an extra sponsor for our Strasburg softball action games here this spring the rest of the way, as that pitch was outside for ball number 1 now to Spidell.
It was a check swing from Spidell who held the bat back. There was no appeal down the 3rd baseline. Spidell, of course, the lefty. Sparks kick, steals. Spidell swings and misses. She couldn't catch the low and outside heat. Tigers this year have been a dominant team when it comes defensively and offensively, really. Overall, have not played behind a whole bunch. So we'll see how they respond. Next one's going to be too high for ball 2. It was an even count the last time Spidell was up as well. Sparks getting the call. She'll rock and deal. Swung on and just getting a piece of it was Spidell off the cage. We'll do it again.
Jeff Wallach, LLC, joining our broadcast here today. We appreciate Jeff Wallach, LLC, for jumping on. He's on in football season. I believe he was our first down sponsor, if I remember right. It's been so long ago.
I do believe you're right. Sparks is 2-2, swung on, and just a piece of it from Spidell as it went out of the glove of Entler, so we'll do it again. I didn't see Spidell start hustling down to first after I thought she swung and missed, but just must have got maybe a stitch of that ball, so she'll stay alive. Entler looked at her glove and said, man, I should have had that one. 2-2. Outside in the right-handed batter's box. Full count and a payoff pitch upcoming. Good at bat from Spidell. Seeing more from Sparks. Looking to rally her team. After the Titans open up this 2-0 lead, she'll swing and pop it up towards foul territory, left side, and it goes out of play as the third baseman and Soward was hustling over there. Of course, the fencing here from Pickerington goes pretty much as far as the infield goes, maybe a little bit past that, so that's all out of play area. The ball's there. No matter how fast you are, you can't make the play outside that boundary.
Nope. You can jump over the fence and maybe catch it over the fence, but that's it.
3-2. Went high, and Spidell is going to see ball 4. Sparks hops up and down as she wanted that one, but will not get it. So Strasburg gets their first base runner, and they lead off the 4th inning here with the tying run now standing at the plate with Riley Becker due up. She struck out her first time up.
Sword to third baseman halfway in down the line.
And she tries to put it down the line but cannot do it, pushes it too far foul. I've said that many times so far this year, Joe. Too far foul? I think there's no such thing as too far foul.
It was too far fair.
Too far to the left. That's what we'll do.
Too far fair.
It's an 0-1 count. We're going to have a mound visit here as Coach Shad Ford wants a mound visit. He's going to pull in the left fielder. We're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout. Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications will be back to the Pickerington Central Softball Complex after this.
Jeff Wallach, LLC, is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach, LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
Back in with the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Big thank you to Casey Claxon as well as Natalie Holbrook from the Claxon Communications crew for bringing you the live stream coverage today of this regional final as Becker swung and missed at the high heat. She's now behind 0-2. Spidell still stands on at first. Nobody out. Top of the 4th inning. Sparks is ready. Her next offering. Swung on and missed, and Becker is set down for the second straight time. One gone in the top of the 4th. Now that'll bring up Olivia Spidell, who popped out to the shortstop her first time up. Strasburg with a prime opportunity to respond after Notre Dame plated those 2 runs that last inning. Olivia Spidell digs in. As Sparks winds and fires, goes too far outside. Entler pump fakes the throw down to first. Amelia Spidell certainly has some wheels, but as we talked about in that last thing, you don't want to ruin momentum when you got it. Don't want to get picked off. Sparks' next delivery to Spidell is going to be just a bit high. I would guess it's now 2-0.
Home plate umpire Mike Curtin calling a consistent game. Doesn't like above the belt, but give you the outside corner a little bit.
Next offering from Sparks is going to be there on the outside corner, strike 1.
Tigers a very young team, only 2 seniors. Spidell, Gilkerson, and Reifenschneider in the order go sophomore, sophomore, sophomore.
Next one ran high to Spidell. It's now 3-1.
Then they have a senior, freshman, freshman, freshman. So they're
quite the young team, really.
They are very young, but always very good is Strasburg.
Sparks will kick and deal with a 3-1. She tried to go with a off-speed or a changeup or something. I don't think she got the grip on it, though, as it ran well high. So 2 base runners for the Tigers now via walk. 1 in scoring position. Up next, Ella Gilkerson. Almost said Emma.
And Emma's here today watching her sister. Good to talk to her in a pregame as well.
I'm going to apologize, Ella, if you go back and watch this later. I'm sure that's not the first time that's happened to you.
Trust me. Her first year last year, I called her Emma her first at bat. I felt horrible.
So we had time on the field as tying her shoe down over at first was Olivia Spidell.
That's what happens when you have sisters playing. You got Amelia and Olivia Spidell. You got Ella Gilkerson. Of course, Emma played here, but
Sparks kick, steals, and Gilkerson's going to have a little bloop job towards first. Sliding back in safely and wisely was Olivia Spidell, as she had to dive back in to make sure that she wasn't going to get doubled up, as Gilkerson pops out to the first base side for out number 2. Miley Reifenschneider will stand in. She struck out her first time up. Heads up base running by Olivia there. That would have been disastrous.
That would have been disastrous. She, nice job of getting back. She saw that it was going to get caught, and she hustled back to the bag head first.
Thank you to Wayne Dorr again for providing our replays all season long, as Reifenschneider wants time and will walk out of the box. Sparks looks into her dugout for further instructions. 2 on, 2 out. And the first offering from Sparks to Reifenschneider goes well outside and high. 2s are wild. 2 on, 2 out, 2-0 lead for Notre Dame over Strasburg. Again, the winner will move on to Akron Firestone for the state tournament. The state semifinals out of Division 4. Reifenschneider wants time again.
Didn't like how long she was taking there in the circle.
Now we're ready again. Next delivery from Sparks, outside and high. It's a 2-0 count. Wind has picked up a little bit, blowing from right to left. You see that Tiger flag over by the Strasburg dugout that is kind of pointing straight out into left field now at times.
Like it's blowing right. It's blowing out to left field.
Sparks, her 2-0. Reifenschneider fouls it away. Went high again. Reifenschneider was trying to get a turn on it and pull it down the left side. She wanted to put it off the scoreboard in left center.
She has the power to do it.
We've seen it.
She put one out of Buckeye Trail at about 300 feet.
2-1. Outside and high again. Reifenschneider refusing to bite. It's now a 3-1 count.
Wonder if Steve Sparks comes back inside on the corner to
up and in would seem to be the prime location. Reifenschneider wants time again.
Big pitch here for the sophomore.
The 3-1. Swung on, fouled straight back, and heads up on the field behind us. Payoff pitch upcoming. Huge spot for Reifenschneider, the Tigers' first baseman. 2 on, 2 out. Here in the top of the 4th. She'll dig back in. Sparks gets her call. Takes a deep breath. She'll rock and fire. Outside and high again, and the bases are going to be juiced with 2 outs with Ava Richards coming to the plate.
Yeah, Ada Richards, the second baseman. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Going to have a conference there by the catcher and pitcher. And now the third baseman walks over.
A little meeting there, just trying to give some words of encouragement to Sparks. As the third baseman will stay way in and forward. She'll be actually in front of where the third base coach's box would be. First offering is going to be on the outside corner. Strike 1 to Richards. Outside of Gilkerson, who popped out on the first pitch she saw. The last few batters for Strasburg, it looks like Sparks has been trying to handle them with kid gloves, so to speak, but she's going right after Richards. It's now an 0-2 count.
Bases full of Lady Tigers. 2 outs here at the bottom of the top of the 4th inning. 2-0 Notre Dame leads Strasburg.
Sparks ready. Richards ready. The 0-2. Swung on. There's going to be a little tapper down the third base side, but it's going to go just foul. It was toward head coach Tom Spidell. I'll have to get on him for that. Say, Coach, we want to see some hustle. You got to charge that ball.
Well, the third baseman would cut over in front of him to his defense, and he was trying to back her up on the play.
Yeah. We'll do it again at 0-2. It's Spidell, and Reifenschneider on the bases. Outside and low, ball 1. Richards at the plate. As Joe mentioned earlier on, batting about 200 this season. She's driven in more than a dozen RBIs, I do believe. Prime opportunity here in the 4th. The 1-2. Swung on, line drive, and that's going to be caught as it hangs up there long enough. The left fielder in Ava Rush is able to get under it. Strasburg strands 3 as Notre Dame holds the 2-0 lead. We move on to the bottom of the 4th inning from Pickerington. Big Z Sports is back after this.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
This is Jordan Hartzler with Hartzler's Quality Housing. In today's housing market, with low inventory and rising costs, there is a need for affordable housing. With our team's knowledge and experience, we strive to provide affordable, quality housing to our customers to help them achieve their dream of home ownership. We have been a family-owned and operated business for 45 years.
Conveniently located just off I-77 in New Philadelphia, stop by and browse their model homes or learn more by visiting Hartzlers.com.
4-5-6 due up at the plate for Notre Dame in the bottom of the fourth inning. Thanks for tuning in with Big Z Sports live on our YouTube channel as we bring you this regional final showdown out of the Pickerington region of Division 4. It will be Sparks, Schaefer, and Entler due up as Strasburg strands 3 that last half inning, 2 of them by way of walk. Actually, take that back. Pardon me. All 3 by way of walk, but they were unable to plate 1, trying to chip away in this lead. Titans looking to advance on to their first state semifinal, while Strasburg's looking to keep their hopes of 3 straight state titles alive. As we're almost ready, as Blue now steps back in. Sparks, she struck out looking her first time up. Spidell's ready. She'll rock and fire. Outside corner, but is just going to draw too far outside. Ball 1. In the game behind us, 4-0 now. Logan Elm leads Dover in the Division II Pickerington Regional Final there. So the Crimson Lady Tornadoes are going to have to come from behind. Sparks turns on one, drives it down the left side, and it is gone as Gwen Sparks with a line shot to left opens it up to a 3-0 lead for the Titans. Sparks, after seeing that first ball, saw one that drew farther inside and uncorks one as a no-doubt shot to left has put the Titans up by 3.
She got that one up in the wind a little bit. It got out of here in a hurry. Nice job there by Gwen Sparks to put that one out of here and to put the Notre Dame Titans up by 3 with a solo shot to left field. Like Nick said, she turned on that and put a lot of the bat on the ball to get it out of here.
3-0. Notre Dame leads with Lindsay Schaefer to stand in, and she'll see the first one as an off-speed. It's a strike right down Broadway, and that's the first time we've seen Spidell go to that changeup. Big thank you to the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, our presenting sponsor for today's presentation of high school softball in the regional finals. Next one was high to Schaefer.
Also, thanks to Synergy Sign and Graphics over in Strasburg. Jim Dawson and the crew doing a great job at Synergy Signs and Graphics.
There's just going to be a bloop shot up the middle, and it's going to be a single for Schaefer, who got it off the hands and still delivered enough of it to get it past a diving Gilkerson at short. And the Titans are rolling right now.
Nice job of hitting there, kind of inside out of that ball through the middle of the field and just out of the reach of the shortstop for a base hit.
Kate Entler will stand in, and Entler delivered this game's first hit back in the second inning. She had a single. Looking to plate a couple more. She wants time. Spidell was ready. Entler will now stand back in. She'll rock and fire. Too high. Ball 1 to the Titans catcher. As we already said, winner of this game will move on to the state semifinals from up there in Akron at Firestone Stadium. Next one from Spidell's on the outside corner for strike number 1. As I'll look up here momentarily who the potential draws would be for the winner of this game. As Entler stands back in. Next offering swung on. There's going to be an inside-out shot down the right side. As Entler pushes it foul past Reifenschneider at first, it's now 1-2. Winner of this game does take on the winner of New Madison Tri-Village and Minster, as that game getting played in Clayton, Ohio. Next offering, swung on and fouled back off the cage.
Count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Minster in the MAC over on the the western side of Ohio.
Not the Mid-American Conference.
No, it's the Mid-American Athletic Conference, actually, I think is what it is.
It might be.
And it has Coldwater and all those schools in it from it's a good football powerhouse division.
1-2.
Conference.
Swung on and fouled again. Entler, good at bat for her. Trying to keep the pressure on. Her team already leads 3-0.
See, Coldwater, Marion Local, you know that name. Won like
Marion Stein, Marion Local.
48 state titles.
I thought it was 49.
Yeah, something like that. Probably win another one this year.
Entler stands back in. Spidell, her 1-2. Off speed. Right side, popped up. Watkins gets underneath it. She'll make the grab, tries to throw back to first. Reifenschneider going for the ball there. Almost tried to go through Schaefer, and it's out number 1. Good job by Watkins locating and thinking maybe she could find Schaefer relaxing over there at first, and now it looks like Coach Ford might want a conversation because Reifenschneider made contact with the base runner.
She was in the way. She was trying to field the ball and to throw back in, and the runner was in front of her.
And looks like that was probably the exact explanation that Blue gave over at first.
Everybody here could see that except Coach Ford, apparently.
First base umpire and Monica Mix giving that explanation. It will be Macy Ford, the center fielder. She ground out to second her first time up. Strasburg would love to turn 2 to end this inning. Instead, the first one is fouled back by Ford up over our heads. We haven't taken one straight off the roof yet. You haven't been here for when that happens.
I haven't.
That'll wake you up.
I think we had one early in the game, and that's the ball that landed here.
I'm talking about the ones that go straight up and straight back down. Oh, it'll wake you up.
Okay.
Better than a cup of coffee in the morning.
Sweet. I didn't have coffee today. I may need one of those. Have to get some coffee on the way home or something. Not that your company's boring or anything.
The 0-1's popped up. Spidell's going to glove it off the mound, deliver on to first, and it is a double play as that will end the 4th inning. Good job defensively by Strasburg there to bounce back and recover some of the momentum, but the Titans plate 1 with a solo shot from Gwen Sparks. Tigers down by 3. Big Z Sports will return after this.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at PacDrilling.com.
This is Jordan Hartzler with Hartzler's Quality Housing. In today's housing market, with low inventory and rising cost, there is a need for affordable housing. With our team's knowledge and experience, we strive to provide affordable, quality housing to our customers to help them achieve their dream of home ownership. We have been a family-owned and operated business for 45 years.
Conveniently located just off I-77 in New Philadelphia, stop by and browse their model homes or learn more by visiting Harslers.com.
Welcome back into Pickerington, Ohio. Big Z Sports is bringing you high school tournament softball action, the regional final, as we take a look now at our Wayne Dorr replay. Of course, a big thank you to Wayne Dorr for the replays all season long. You saw the bunt there attempt from Ford. Went straight up, Spidell spun and fired onto first. No problem for a double play. That really was a big momentum, hopefully, shift for if you're a Tigers fan after that long home run from Gwen Sparks. It's a 3-0 ball game. 8-9-1 are due up for Strasburg as the first one from Sparks is right down Broadway to Addie Sibla, who stands in. Sibla, she struck out back in the third. Sparks ready again. She'll rock and fire. And Sibla thought about loaded up the hands, didn't offer, but it still catches the inside part of the zone. Now a quick 0-2 count. Sparks has been wheeling and dealing since the start of this game. Did walk 3 batters last inning, but it did not result in any runs for the Tigers as Sibla holds the bat back on the next offering on the outside corner, ball 1. A deep breath from the third baseman for the Tigers as she'll dig back in. Sparks is 1-2, swung on, popped up, right side, trailing towards out of play, and it'll be off the netting. Actually, might have been right off the top of the backstop, and will bounce foul. I don't think I've ever seen a ball hit directly off the top of the fence before.
I don't think she could do that again if she tried.
We could give her 100 attempts, and we'd probably be here for all 100 attempts, and it still wouldn't happen. Sparks gets a new ball, and Sword from third comes in and gives her a little vote of confidence for this 1-2. Sparks, her offering, too far outside and high.
Sibla struck out her first time up back in the third inning. 7-8-9 here in the top of the 5th.
There's going to be a ground ball right through the 5-6 hole, and it's going to be a leadoff single for Sibla, who gets the Tigers fans fired up.
Nice piece of hitting there by Addie Sibla, the freshman. Get a base hit, like Nick said, right through the 5-6 hole between third and short. And they were not going to get to that one. That was put on the line. Nice job there by Sibla. It's going to bring up Kramer as well.
I'm happy you said 7-8-9 because I said 8-9-1, so thank you for that. So it will be Keegan Kramer stands in. She's going to bunt, puts down a beautiful one. Sparks will glove and throw on to first as the sacrifice will work out there for Strasburg as Kramer does her job and puts Sibla in scoring position. So it will be Raelle Watkins, the right fielder, to stand in. She struck out her last time up.
Nice bunt there by Kramer. Nice job by Sparks fielding her position. Fired it a little bit low to first base, but the second baseman came over to cover first. Did a nice job picking it off the ground.
Sparks' first offering to Watkins is there for a strike.
Sacrifice goes 1-4 if you're scoring at home.
Watkins, big spot for her. Sparks will wind and fire. She swings through the heater on the outside corner, strike 2. Top of the lineup, if we get there in this inning, we'll be coming up here at Spidell at the top, depending on this next play as it goes high from Sparks to Watkins. A little bit harder to pull off a double play with somebody standing on second. But
a little bit. It can be done.
It can be done for sure.
Watkins went 1-2 on her last at bat as well, just like she is right here.
Sparks kicks, deals inside corner, strike 3 as Sparks catches her looking. So Spidell comes back up for her third plate appearance. She has struck out and walked. And it looks like center fielder's going to shift to left center. And for Spidell, if she can get it, that right center gap will be open. So it looks like they are expecting her to be a bit behind Sparks.
She would run for a day or two if she hit it to right center field.
Sparks delivers, tries to go to the outside corner. I think it might have dipped just a tad low, ball 1.
Smart thing by the fielders to go shade her towards left field as they're pitching her outside. So if she gets it, she's going to hit it towards left field.
Sparks winds, fires her 1-0, fouled back. Some fans behind the backstop. Good flinch out of them. So it will be a 1-1 count. Titans up 3-0 in the 5th inning as Sparks is ready, her 1-1. Spidell can't catch up to the high heater. It's now 1-2. Notre Dame faithful getting behind their pitcher. Spidell's back in. Sparks is ready. Her 1-2. Swung on, fouled away as Spidell will stay alive. Big spot again. I keep saying big spot, but every single one of these has been so far.
When you're down 3-0, it is a big spot.
Especially with 2 gone here in the top of the 5th. Sparks, she'll wind and fire. Swung on back up the middle, and Sparks just gets out of the way. Round and second and coming home and sliding in safely. Kind of a half slide from Sibla, but she still will plate the run. As it will be an RBI single from Spidell to get the Tigers faithful fired up, as that was almost a scary collision at home plate. Instead, everyone seems okay.
Scary collision at the plate, but that ball was sent right back where it came, and if that ball would have been about 2 or 3 inches either way, it would have ricocheted off of Gwen Sparks, one of her legs, but it went right between her legs.
Thankfully, she got out of the way, as you saw in our Wayne Dorr replay, because those ones are not fun as a pitcher trying to get those comebackers to the mound. 3-1 ball game. Tigers with a little bit of life. Riley Becker will stand in. She has struck out twice. Sparks' first offering's too low. In the dirt outside.
So 3-1 now in the top of the 5th inning.
There comes back to the old adage, you think Spidell's seeing the ball well? If you hit it straight back up a line, you know you are. The 1-0. Becker slaps at it, fouls it back to the left side. As Blue calling for time because we do not have any softballs.
There's one in the dugout.
There might have been one over in the dugout down the third baseline for Notre Dame. I guess not. So Sparks looking around and says, I don't have one. So 3-1 to recap is your lead that Notre Dame has over Strasburg. They plated those 3 runs thanks to those 2 that came across in the 3rd inning. One of those by way of a single from Ava Rush and an RBI or a sacrifice from Alea Sword. As on top of that, they had a home run from Gwen Sparks down the left side. There was one in that dugout.
Yep, Sparks got her own ball to throw back out now. The one she hit out of here, they had put that one in the dugout for her. But guess what? You need that to play, and you can get it back after the game.
The 1-1. Becker.
That's trouble.
Slap shot. It's dropping, and it's going to kick left. Both runners are going to advance into scoring position. Coach Spidell will hold up Amelia Spidell, slides back in safely as a slap hit for Riley Becker. It's a double for her, and it's got Strasburg in business.
And guess who's coming up, guys? The middle of the order, 3, 4, and 5. Strasburg looking to do some damage here with runners on second and third with 2 outs. If the time to go is right now, you got 3, 4, 5 coming up.
Ava Rush played it well and left. She got in front of it, but that lip
kick.
There was the lip out of the infield into the outfield, and it hit just perfect and kicked to the left side. Head coach Shad Ford wants a conversation with his infield again. We'll go ahead and take a quick 30-second break here on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. We return with more high school softball brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency after this.
The Tigers Den Sports Shop in Strasburg is just that, your one-stop shop for local high school team apparel. With a large selection of shirts, sweatshirts, hats, beanies, coats, you can have it customized to be your school's biggest fan. Whether you need a single shirt or a team order, the Tigers Den Sports Shop in Strasburg has just what you need. For contact information, find them on Facebook.
Welcome back into Pickerington, and it is a big moment. We keep saying it, but it's another one, as it will be Olivia Spidell to stand in. Both runners in scoring position. Her sister Amelia stands at third. Riley Becker's at second. And that was all thanks this inning with a sacrifice from, Addie Sibla coming around to score. And then Spidell reaching on that single with that RBI, and Riley Becker with a beautifully placed slap hit down the left side. First offering to Olivia Spidell was high, ball 1. Next offering from Sparks is going to be there for a strike. You can never count out the Tigers, Joe. That's the one thing you got to learn. If you haven't watched them play, that's what you got to learn, I should say.
They don't have 9 state titles for a reason, Nick.
The 1-1. Sparks delivers too far outside. Good eye for Spidell.
These girls have been playing softball since they've been able to walk.
Since about my son's age now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And how is little Harrison doing?
He's doing good. Doing good. Probably at home watching right now, and if you are, hi, buddy. Dad will be home soon. Sparks delivers. It's on the inside corner. It's now 2-2.
I remember when Braden was really little, about Harrison's age or maybe a little older, he would get so confused. He would hear me on the radio and try to talk to me.
Exactly what would be happening at home right now.
My wife had to tell him, like, oh, Daddy can't hear you.
The 2-2 swung on, and Spidell just fights it off and lives to fight another day. She looked down to her dad in the third base coach's box and was just nodding her head and laughing it off, saying, I wasn't trying to hit that thing. I just wanted to stay alive.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Signs of a good hitter who can do that. It'll be 2-2. Sparks comes back, has a brief meeting there between Ford and Soward, who talked to her. And time called for Spidell. So the tying run stands at second here in the top of the fifth inning. There's still a lot of softball to be played. Sparks delivers, swung on, and Spidell cranks one to left, but it's going to go well foul.
That'd have been fair. It would have been 4-3.
Whew. Had one on the inside corner. She was waiting for it, but just pulls it too far.
Probably not where you want to put it with Olivia Spidell.
The 2-2. Swung on, skied to left. It's going to go out of play again. That one, much less of a line. That one could be bringing rain.
Yes, it could. That line drive she hit down the left field line just a minute ago, man, that was on a rope.
2-2. Sparks trying to limit the damage this inning. Her team still leads 3-1, and Spidell wants time again. Some from Tiger Country on their feet here from the stands. Sparks, she's ready. Her 2-2. Swung on, pulled down the left side. It's going foul again.
Wow, that was a little closer to the foul pole.
A little bit more in play.
A little more in play, but that would have been gone too if that would have been fair. As Olivia Spidell put a couple charges into a couple balls here on the inside part of the plate. Gwen Sparks may not want to go back in there.
We haven't seen any off-speed stuff from her so far. It might be the time to try it. Spidell wants time again, as Sparks was still waiting to get the call. The chess match continues. Spidell's back in. Sparks toes the rubber, kicks, steals. Swung on, and a line drive, and heads up over there.
That one's even closer. That wouldn't have been gone, but it would have been down the line. A couple runs probably would have scored there to tie it up, but right in between the runner and the coach, Amelia Spidell, her sister Olivia, lined that at her, and she looked at her, so did her dad, and say, hey.
It was a meeting of the Spidells.
Yeah, yes, it was. It was Spidell hitting to the other two Spidells.
So we do it again at 2-2. Sparks is ready. Trying to seize momentum again for the Titans. She'll kick Dia way outside and high. Full count. Payoff pitch upcoming.
Spidell came into the game batting .472 with a home run and 32 RBIs on the season.
Sparks is ready. The payoff pitch.
She
took swing. She will have an appeal down to first, and no swing, says the umpire on the right side. And we're going to have the bases loaded with two gone. And it is Miley Reifenschneider to stand in. There's nowhere else to put her. Sparks going to have to go to work. Reifenschneider, she has struck out and walked in her two plate appearances. Team leader in home runs for the Tigers.
This is Gilkerson.
Oh, for goodness sakes, I read the wrong one. Thank you, Miley Reifenschneider. Miley Reifenschneider would be next. Ella Gilkerson, that's twice now I've messed it up for her. She'll see the first one too far outside.
Gilkerson second on the team in home runs, though, with 5.
Second, yes.
Reifenschneider is number 1 with 6. You were right on that. She's just on deck, though.
I called her Emma, and now I called her the completely wrong name.
She's going to hit you after the game.
She probably will. Gilkerson stands back in. Swung on and missed. She went after some high heat.
Healthy cut. Yeah. Her sister's here watching the game. Proud alum of Strasburg. And, of course, Cleveland State in attendance watching her younger sister.
The 1-1. Swung on, popped up, straight back. Entler goes back and can't make the play as it's going to fall right in front of us.
Man, I can't just. I'd give it right back. I wouldn't keep it in the dugout or anything.
So a 1-2 will be upcoming for Gilkerson. Is there any more pressure that you could possibly put on a high school softball player right now?
For
both Sparks and Gilkerson.
It's a pressure cooker right now. 2 outs, top of the 5th.
The 1-2. Sparks steps off. Gilkerson calls time. Both crowds quiet down a bit before ramping back up. Here comes Sparks with her 1-2. Swung on and fouled straight back towards the field behind us. I had said earlier in the broadcast, Joe, these Strasburg batters, even though they weren't necessarily getting on base or making contact, they were making Sparks work with plenty of pitches. They've been doing that still here. Kind of has led to this bases loaded situation. Sparks winds, fires, and that's going to be just low. It's now 2-2 as you heard a collective ooh coming from the crowd. It was close. 2-2.
Big thanks to Hartzler's Quality Housing in Dover for jumping on the broadcast. Jordan Hartzler and the crew, go stop and see him over in Dover.
Swung on back up the middle, and we're going to have a tie ball game.
Get in there.
Coming around home and sliding in. Actually standing in safely is Becker. And now Spidell, who somehow gets back to the bag as she had pulled her foot. The tag missed, and she had to stretch back. As advancing on to second is Gilkerson on the throw, a 2 RBI single, and it is a brand new ball game from Pickerington.
Big hit by the sophomore Ella Gilkerson, a 2-run single ties this ball game up at 3 here in the top of the 5th, and going to bring in Miley Reifenschneider, who is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout and a walk, but has a very hot bat for the Lady Tigers.
Olivia Spidell, the splits that she just had to do to get back to third. The bright side is if you're a Strasburg fan, even if she did get tagged out, it would have still been a tie ball game. But this momentum is firmly on the Tigers' side now. You've got Reifenschneider coming up with 2 runners in scoring position. Head coach Tom Spidell was almost beside himself with joy. Straight off of the bat from Gilkerson, just a beautiful piece of hitting right over the shortstop's head. And if that would have kept going all the way to the fence, we might have been talking about a Strasburg lead.
We probably would be talking about a Strasburg lead, and we'd have a runner on third, but that would be it because everybody would have scored, and Gilkerson would have got all the way to 3.
My goodness. Electrifying this crowd from Pickerington. Reifenschneider, the first baseman, the sophomore, will stand in. Now she stands in.
Yes, she does.
Strikeout and a walk for her. And it looks like we're going to have a free base awarded, an intentional walk. So it will be Ava Richards.
I don't blame him. Reifenschneider has a big bat.
So the bases loaded, out at any base here with 2 gone. Richards now has the pressure spot. Her team's already plated 3. The lefty stands in. Sparks gets the call. She'll deliver. Swung on, bloop job, shortstop, third baseman converge, and it's the shortstop who will put it away in Schaefer. But Strasburg has tied this ball game up as we move on to the bottom of the 5th inning. Regional finals action on the Big C Sports YouTube channel is back after this.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the Niedenthal facility on North Wooster Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Celebrating 20 years of excellence, Synergy Sign and Graphics proudly serves clients nationwide and beyond. For 2 decades, our passion for perfection has set us apart, earning us international acclaim. Join us in celebrating our legacy of innovation and artistry. Synergy Sign and Graphics, where cutting-edge sign design and fabrication meets old-world craftsmanship.
Welcome back into Pickerington Central High School. And it's like we started all over again. A tie ball game as we head on to the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-3 as the Tigers are able to plate 3 thanks to an RBI single from Amelia Spidell and a 2 RBI double from Ella Gilkerson. So Spidell back on the mound. She will be dealing with 8-9-1 due up in this inning.
Great job by the Lady Tigers to fight back and get 3 runs on the board with 2 outs. They got the first run with, I think there was 1 out. Let me see here.
There was one.
There was 2 outs with Spidel's RBI single, and then a 2-out RBI single or double. You can give Gilkerson either one. And that was with 2 outs as well. So they rallied with 2 outs there in the top of the 5th to tie this ball game up, and now a new ball game.
Spidel's first offering is swung on and missed for Rush. I don't know about you, but I think my blood pressure went up a little bit through that last inning.
Believe it or not, my watch monitors
Did
my
it jump?
heart, and no, it just said "relax" reminder. I got a little excited here. I can't get getting too excited
don't
now.
You do that.
It's only been a year, so
0-1. Outside corner doesn't quite catch the zone. It's now 1-1. Rush, her first time up.
Our PA guy, Keith, we're both in the Zipper Club together.
Oh, really?
He had it 29 years ago.
All right, for both of you's sake, calm down, please. For Rush, her first time up, she singled and eventually came around to score. She checks swings and fouls it away. It's now 1-2. She came around to score the game's first run back in the 3rd inning. And her single, remember, it was a long fly ball out to left center that skipped off of the fence, but she hung up at first. Ultimately didn't matter as she did come around to score.
Keegan Kramer did a nice job fielding that quickly, getting it back in and holding her to a single. So give a little credit there to Kramer to hold her to a single. That's going to be outside.
1-2 on the outside corner, just outside the outside corner, I should say now, 2-2. Same thing as we said earlier, Joe. Blue behind the plate, it has been consistent where it's been. Of course, that late tailing action from Spidel sometimes runs away just a tad. 2-2. Swung on, foul tip, and it was almost gloved by Spidel as she couldn't quite hold on to it, and she walks out and gives an apology to her sister. That was close.
Those are tough to hang on to sometimes. They get tipped off the bat, but you know what? Most of the times Olivia will hang on to that one. That one popped out.
Spidel kick steals. It was an off speed that she didn't get the handle on right. It's now a full count. It's always interesting to watch the two Spidels interact, Joe, because Amelia's the all-business sister and Olivia's the all-fun sister most of the time.
Yep. But I think, and I don't know if Amelia would agree with me on this, but I'll say this if she hears it, whatever. But I think Olivia is the don't mess with me sister.
3-2's outside, and it is going to be a leadoff walk as Ava Rush, for the second straight time, will reach safely. Bella Rush will stand in. She hit into a fielder's choice her first time up and advanced Ava on to second.
So Ava Rush with the emphatic bat flip over back to the dugout after she walked.
You know the emotions are running high when you're
for sure
when you are bat flipping on a walk, but it is a big run that she represents out there on the base path. She is the leading run as Bella Rush sees strike one on the outside corner. Bottom of the 5th inning. Again, get subscribed to the Big Z Sports YouTube channel today. You get notified every single time we go live with all of our presentations, thanks to our wonderful sponsors. Swung on, skied to center, straight up. Riley Becker trots in and will make the grab for out number 1. Bella Rush, somehow, when she got under that ball, I mean, how high do you think she hit that?
It was every bit of 100 feet in the air, maybe 200 feet. She got way under it and popped it up.
Sounded phenomenal off
the
bat.
It sounded good off the bat, but a little bit underneath it. But center fielder Riley Becker doing a nice job out there to get camping under it and making the catch.
Maddie Entler, the right fielder, stands in. She struck out her first time up, then delivered a single and a stolen base. It was an RBI single and a stolen base. Eventually came around to score. Offering tried to go to the inside corner, couldn't catch the zone. The seesaw battle back and forth between these teams. It was all Notre Dame earlier on with that 3-0 lead. Now Strasburg tried to recapture some of that momentum and certainly did, tying the ball game up. Titans looking to try to sway things back in their favor. Spidel's next offering is a foul ball straight back off of her sister behind the plate. It's now 1-1. Good thing there's not too many pitcher-catcher duos, Joe, because I keep saying Spidel offers to Spidel behind the plate, and it's going to start confusing people.
It will confuse them. It's going to be the last year for that, of course,
it will.
With Amelia. Going on to Ohio Dominican to pitch for that great institution in Columbus.
The 1-1. Swung on, fouled away. Not seen with the base runners that we have had on here for Notre Dame. They have not really pushed the issue, haven't really looked like they're going to try to advance or steal. Cannot remember last year if that was the approach, but we know we had the one stolen base. Olivia Spidell delivered on down to second. Couldn't get it to Gilkerson, but that was the only real push the issue situation we kind of saw on the base pass from the Titans. So Entler, she called time and will stand back in.
Now batting right fielder number 5, Natalie Geckler.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed on the outside corner. And it's a big punch out for Spidell, who will now move on to Alea Soward, the third baseman. She delivered a sacrifice RBI her last time up.
6th strikeout on the day for Amelia Spidell. 5 in a row, and that's the first one since the second out of the second inning.
And now Coach Tom Spidell wants a conversation here with the first base umpire. I don't know if it has something to do with the base down at first, or did they try a throw over, or maybe he might be saying that Rush was getting off of the base early, potentially. And he's talking to his first baseman now in Reifenschneider. Not really sure what the conversation was, of course, but we'll now move on as the infield will actually meet together. They might see something with Rush because Reifenschneider went over and talked to Spidell. We'll see what they're going to do. Obviously no pickoff from the mound, so we'll have to wait and see.
Well, gamesmanship here going on. Nothing wrong with that. Battling for a state Final Four berth. Both teams are.
What an accomplishment just to get here to the Elite Eight. The 8 best teams in the state of Ohio in Division IV facing off. Beautiful facility of Akron Firestone will be on the line. So Soward stands in, strikeout or sacrifice RBI for her. Spidell kicks, steals. Her first offering to her is going to be on the outside corner, just a hair off for ball 1. Well, you know we've hit that point in the game when Cotton Eye Jones coming out.
Yep.
Spidell waiting to get the call from the dugout. It's now 1-0. She'll rock and fire. Tries the outside corner again, but misses. You want to use the Bob Uecker impression?
Just a bit outside.
Spidell takes a deep breath,
I didn't drag it out as much as I could have, but great movie, by the way.
Oh. 2-0. Outside corner's a strike. There goes the runner. Throw down.
Got her.
Gilkerson tags her, and she dropped the ball as it was going to be for certain as Rush was going to get nailed at second, but Gilkerson couldn't quite corral it. So the second stolen base successful for the Titans. It was a strike to Soward. Another great throw by Spidell. Good positioning for Gilkerson, but just couldn't corral it.
Did you notice where Gilkerson caught that ball?
Certainly did.
She caught it up the line towards first base to try to get the runner and had her out, and it just popped out of her glove.
Basically on her hip. Next delivery's fouled away. We're going to a 2-2 count. Runner will be in scoring position. But, of course, all focus is on the batter of Soward with 2 gone.
You know, nobody's ever got a hit on 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. It's 2-2-2 right now.
I just got a nervous twitch you even telling me that.
Oh,
remembering having a 2-2 count.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Well, the 2s are wild again. Spidell shaking off some calls here.
It's a full house on the scoreboard.
She wants something different.
3 2s and 2 3s.
It is.
I'd win some poker hands, wouldn't it?
Spidell, her 2-2. Oh, goes high and tight, and it will get out of the zone. Payoff pitch upcoming.
What'd I tell you about 2-2-2?
You did.
Yeah.
You did. Rush stands at second, tie ball game, bottom of the 5th inning. Tom Spidell gets the call into the infield. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, and Amelia Spidell fires up the Tigers faithful as we'll move on to the 6th inning. It is still a 3-3 ball game due up for Strasburg this next half inning. It will be 7-8-9. Stick around with Big Z Sports.
Ron's Heating and Cooling in Denison has been serving this great area since 1977. At Ron's, no matter what you need, they can handle it. From heating and cooling to standby Generac generators, water heaters, tankless water heaters, mobile home equipment, duct cleaning, and 24-hour no-heat service. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call 740-922-5252. Ron's Heating and Cooling proudly supports high school sports and would like to wish best of luck to all local athletes participating this season.
When you're traveling to the game, there's a great way to see your directional map on a new radio from Cartoons in New Philly. Just plug in your phone, and all your maps and apps and Bluetooth devices are right on your radio. Cartoons carries a wide selection of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto radios from all of the name brands. From 7-inch screen radios to 10-inch screen radios, Cartoons has you covered. Stop in and see them on display and let Cartoons give you a demonstration. Cartoons, 517 West High Avenue in New Philly. Be there.
Welcome back into Pickerington Central High School tie ball game. We move on to the 6th inning, as I'll be stepping away from our play-by-play duties. And Joe Geckler, you've got it from here, my friend.
Thank you, sir. We are in the top of the 6th inning, tied at 3. Strasburg, 7, 8, and 9. First pitch going to be high and outside and stuck in the bottom of the fence as Addie Sibla steps in.
How do you get that one out?
I'm not sure. We were here on Wednesday, and Olivia Spadell looked like Helio Castroneves and climbed the chain link fence. I had to throw my racing reference in for Shannon that day.
You're going back a little ways with Castroneves.
Will be swung on and popped up in the infield, and they drop it.
It is a foul ball.
That is a foul ball as Glenn Sparks and the first baseman came together, and Sparks dropped it in foul territory, so that'll be strike number, I believe is it 1-1? Yeah, I believe it's 1-1, yeah.
You look on our Wayne Door replay there as between Sparks and Ford over at first, it looked like Ford had the beeline on it, but, it
hit her right in the palm.
And you get that tunnel vision. You want to just go after it. Did Sparks.
And the next pitch is going to be high for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Addie Sibla. Keegan Kramer on deck. Rael Watkins in the hole for the Lady Tigers. Here in the top of the 6th inning, tied at 3.
There's nothing worse for a fielder when you feel it hit on the palm. That's so hard to hold on to.
Popped up in the air again. They're calling it. The third baseman has it this time and makes the catch for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th inning.
Sibla popped it up there. Before that, she had delivered a single, then came around to score. As we said, Joe, kind of in break there, this is going to be big on this bottom part of this order to deliver again after delivering a run earlier in the game.
Absolutely. Keegan Kramer steps in. First pitch right down the middle for strike number 1. Big thanks to the Jeff Wallach LLC for stepping in for our spring sports coverage here for the Strasburg Lady Tigers. Jeff Wallach LLC. We appreciate all he does for Big Z Sports and the local athletes. Going to be high for ball number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just had a realization. Jeff Wallach was our Red Zone sponsor for football.
Oh, that's right. The Jeff Wallach LLC Red Zone.
Yes.
I should have known that. I said that like 800 times a game. Foul tip back in the glove by Kramer for strike number 2. I'm so far out of football season. It's May, right? So 6 months ago we were in football season.
It's May, but at times today it's felt like August because it's been hot.
It's been a warm one. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and driven over right into the right center field gap, fielded by the right fielder. Nice hit there by Keegan Kramer. A 1-out single to right field brings in number 35, Rael Watkins.
And there you go, Joe. It's that bottom part of your order delivering again. You need those base runners on in a tie ball game like this. Kramer now with the sacrifice and the single. She's having a great game and also playing out there and left, having a good game defensively. Looks like we are going to have a pinch hitter coming in here.
We are going to have a pinch hitter, number 5. Sophia Seacrest going to step in and hit for Rael Watkins. So Sophia Seacrest steps in. Only a sophomore.
Watkins had struggled at the plate a little bit. She had 2 strikeouts. So maybe there's something that they see there that they like out of Seacrest. With the 1 gone, I was going to say if nobody's out, I would expect it to be a bunt situation, but with the 1 out, maybe not.
Number 5, Sophia Seacrest.
We'll have to see. Of course, third base actually looks like the whole infield's going to play in.
Anticipating a bunt.
Other than the shortstop, of course.
Anticipating a bunt. Do you pull it back, show it, pull it back, and then swing?
If you got faith in yourself, you do.
So Sophia Seacrest steps up. Going to be outside for ball number 1. Did not show a bunt there.
I say if you got faith in yourself, you do. The problem is if you don't deliver, and that wasn't the call from Coach, then you have to answer to him when you go in the dugout.
Yes, you do. Swing and a miss by Seacrest. Seacrest, a sophomore. Right down the middle for strike number 2. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Amelia Spidell on deck for the Lady Tigers.
For Seacrest, when she offered on the strike prior to that one, was behind the fastball. We'll see if that means Sparks wants to bust the inside again.
Pitch swung on and missed for strike 3 and out number 2 here in the top of the 6th inning. So the pinch hitter and Seacrest sat down for out number 2. But if you remember correctly, Amelia Spidell, our last time up, had an RBI single with 2 outs. And there's 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Spidell steps in with a runner on first.
Same alignment again from Notre Dame. Center fielder shades to left center, expecting Spidell to be behind it. So the right center gap will be wide open again. Depending on how much she gets on the ball, Kramer might be on her horse from first.
First pitch is going to be high to Spidell for ball 1.
Strikeout, walk, and an RBI single for the pitcher for the Tigers.
And a run scored. Scored on the RBI double by Gilkerson to tie the ball game up. She was run number 2. Swing and a miss by Spidell. Runs the count even now at 1 ball and 1 strike. The wind's died down here. The flag was standing on its end out in left center field, blowing towards left field most of the game. It's pretty calm now. Fouled off at the plate.
This Titans team has done a great job of scouting, of course, with the Tigers because they know that Spidell does like the pitch middle in. So they have been hammering the outside corners.
So 3-3 game here, top of the 6th. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here to Amelia Spidell. Outside for ball number 2. Runs the count even.
There goes the runner.
And the runner takes off and steals second. Nice job by Keegan Kramer to advance on the stolen base. So a runner in scoring position. Kramer has wheels, so if Spidell can catch some green here, she may be able to score there from second with 2 outs. She's going to be running on the crack of the bat.
Everyone kind of fell asleep there. Heck, we fell asleep, Joe. We weren't even expecting
I was looking down. You said runner took off. I'm like, what? And I look up, and she's walking into second. I'm like, oh, okay. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off down the left field line and out of play as Spidell stays alive. Count remains even at 2-2. Last I heard over there with the Dover game behind us, it was
still 7-0.
7-0 Logan Elm over the Dover Lady Tornadoes.
That's in the 6th inning there as well.
2 balls, 2 strikes here to Amelia Spidell. Now the pitch. Swung on and popped down the left field line, and it's going to be foul and out of play. Nice job there by Spidell to try to flip it down that left field line. Left fielder was over there, but it was a good 10, 15 feet foul. Spidell stays alive. Now the third baseman going to walk out to the pitcher, have a chat.
Soward's been doing a good job of that, just giving a little pep talk to her pitcher, just reminding her probably the situation. It's 2-2. You got a ball to work with here. Don't give her something good down the heart of the plate.
Now the 2-2 pitch from Sparks. Got a time now called by Amelia Spidell.
Oh, the chess match of softball. It never ceases to amaze you.
It is back and forth between both teams. Now Sparks has her pitch and delivers. Outside, corner, strike 3 called. I thought that was a little bit outside, but the umpire, Mike Curtin, called it strike 3. Tom Spidell not happy with the call, but it is what it is, and that's going to be it for the Strasburg Lady Tigers here in the top of the sixth. And after 5.5, tied at 3, back after this with Big Z Sports.
Reduce your energy costs and get rebates up to $400? Thad here for TMK Valley Propane. The Ohio Propane Council offers Ohio residents rebates for installing new propane water heaters and furnaces. Heck, even licensed installers can receive incentives for installation. Visit OhioPropaneRebates.com. This public service announcement is brought to you by your friends at TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Kime Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
Bottom of the sixth inning, back at Pickerington Central High School. Joe Geckler, Nick McWilliams. Take a look at our Wayne Dorr replay on that strikeout by Amelia Spidell to end the inning. I thought it was outside. You judge for yourself. And the umpire and catcher had to lean out to catch that ball, so I think I was right on that. But, hey, the umpire called it strike 3. You got to live with it. Now we're on to the bottom of the sixth inning as Kendall Ford steps in.
Hey, man, as a former catcher, I said props to Entler for making it look good.
Yeah, she got her whole body out there to block it. That was good. That ball was swung on and missed by Ford. She is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a pop out to the second baseman, Richards.
These late inning at bats, you know, the nerves are there, but on top of that, you got to put out of your mind everything that you've done previous in the game. Whether you've been on a hot streak or whether you've missed every swing, you got to get it out of your mind.
Change up. Misses for ball 1. Ford, Sparks, and Schaefer. 3, 4, and 5, the heart of the order here in the bottom of the sixth inning. We are tied at 3 in the Division 4 regional semifinals here, or regional finals, in Pickerington. Swing and a miss for strike 2 to Kendall Ford. Spidell gets her pitch, drops the rosin bag, and rocks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and out number 1 here in the bottom of the sixth inning.
That's 3 straight punch-outs going back into the fifth inning, now into the sixth, and Spidell a little more pep in her step as she's going back to the circle.
The offense got her going when they knocked in those 3 runs, and they tied it up, gave her some momentum. And like you mentioned, 3 straight strikeouts, has 8 on the game now as Gwen Sparks steps in. She homered to left field her last time up and struck out looking her first time up.
Don't forget her offense did pick her up, but she's the one who started it with that RBI single.
That's going to be called strike on the outside corner. Not sure if she swung or if either way it's a strike. So no balls and 1 strike.
Normally
to Gwen Sparks.
Swing and a miss.
Swing. I was like, sometimes you get caught in between a word.
Sparks in this game, a strikeout. Don't forget she had a big solo shot that gave the Titans the 3-0 lead.
The outside for ball number 1 to Gwen Sparks. Lindsay Schaefer on deck. She's 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. Sparks with a big shot her last time up with a home run to left field.
Got a note for both these communities. This is a pretty decent drive to be getting here to Pickerington, and look how well they've turned out. It is a packed house.
Swing and a miss for strike 2 to Gwen Sparks. Amelia Spidell feeling it right now as she has struck out 3 in a row dating back to the 5th inning.
Behind us, Dover has plated 1, but still trails 7-1.
Dover, a good softball team. I've seen them a couple times this year. They can come back and win this. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and out number 2 in the bottom of the 6th inning as Spidell pumps her fist and gets congratulatory handshakes on her 9th strikeout of the game. That one of our opposing pitcher, Gwen Sparks, going to bring in Lindsay Schaefer now.
You know what's crazy, Joe, is she struck out the first 5 batters she faced. Now from the 5th inning on here to the 6th, she struck out 4 straight.
In the same 4 batters. Going to be outside for ball number 1. She could do a little deja vu moment, you know.
Deja vu all over again?
Yep. Appreciate everybody watching on our live stream. Big thanks to the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency for that. And, of course, Claxon Communications. Coming up after the conclusion of our game, our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show, and we'll announce our McInturf Realty player of the game as that one's driven out to center field. Center fielder under it, has it, out number 3. We go to 7, tied at 3. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
The Sarchone name has always been known for truck sales, and once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at SarchoneCDJR.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Get your own at Sarchone.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Welcome back to Pickerington Central High School. Joe Geckler, Nick McWilliams here in the top of the 7th inning. As there was a conference at third base between all the umpires. The one coach that talks to the umpires the most, and Shad Ford. As we head to the top of the 7th, tied at 3, going to be 2, 3, and 4. Becker, Spidell, and Gickerson.
Becker led off the 5th inning with in the 5th inning, had that big double, came around to score on the 2 RBI double from Ella Gilkerson. Becker had struck out in the 2 previous at-bats, and she could not have placed a slap hit any better.
Big thanks to the Tigers Den in Strasburg for all your apparel needs. Make sure you check out Tigers Den in Strasburg, just on this side of the tracks, right before the football field, Ron Hurst Field, and the community park there, Tigers Den.
It was the old ice cream shop.
It was, yep. As she runs up and pulls the bat back for ball number 1, does Riley Becker. She is 1 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts and a double and a run scored.
Sure, there's a couple pieces of apparel out here in the crowd that came from Tigers Den.
Going to be a foul ball as she tried to slap at it. Going to run the count even now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Absolutely, there's some Tigers Den apparel out here.
Gwen Stefani to keep you going.
Is she married to Blake yet?
Yes.
Did they get married
Yes.
finally? Now the 1-1 pitch. Slaps it down the third base line as Coach Spidell fielded it, handed it back to the third baseman. It hit his right hand, rolled up his arm to his left. He kept it in front of him and then dished it off to the...
Did he get in position for the fire across?
He kind of olayed it a little bit, but
boy.
I'm not going to get on him about it because he fielded it, but... Over their head, base hit! Base hit by Riley Becker. She takes up, nope, she's going to pull up and stop and go back to first base. Riley Becker just flipped it out there for a single. Great piece of hitting again by Riley Becker. That's going to bring up number 16, Olivia Spidell.
There are a few things in the game of softball that I find more impressive than slap hits, just like the one you see on our Wayne Door replay. Becker could not have painted that down the line any better.
Unbelievable hit. Big thanks to Wayne Door for our instant replay. Of course, the main man, the master, Casey Claxon over there running things for us today. We appreciate it. And, of course, Natalie Holbrook doing the hard job of standing out in the sun and the heat today. So she's doing a great job. It'll be high for ball number 1 to Olivia Spidell.
Spidell has popped out and walked twice. You know, she is hankering for a hit.
She about put one out of here about 3 different times her last at bat. 1-0 pitch way outside for ball number 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Olivia Spidell with Riley Becker on first.
What it is of note, also Becker has some real wheels at first. I don't know if they'll put her in motion.
Inside for ball number 3, looked a little bit low. Got some fancy graphics going on in the video there. The girls were dancing pretty good there in the infield. Now the 3-0 pitch. That's going to be a strike. Spidell taking all the way there on 3-0.
I like to normally ask Shannon Thomas when he's on a broadcast, on a 3-0 with a hitter like this at the plate, is it an automatic take?
At this point in the game, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now the 3-1 pitch. Inside corner for strike number 2. Runs the count full now to Olivia Spidell at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Every at-bat Spidell has had, she has made Sparks work.
Payoff pitch. Swung on, driven to left field. That's going to get down. Nice job by the left fielder to cut it off. She fires it into third. And she is safe at third base.
And now Spidell's going to try to get in the rundown, but instead Coach Spidell sends her off to second.
As Olivia Spidell comes up big with a line drive double to left field and gets the runner to third base with only nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. I'm getting all excited and forgetting where I'm at here, but that's part of it.
You can check our Wayne Door replay right there as Becker kind of had a half slide. When she checked up, her right foot went forward. Her toe clipped the bag right before the tag came in. What a great shot by Natalie Holbrook down there.
Great job on the Wayne Door instant replay. Again, here it is again as the line drive goes out to left field as Becker rounds second. Nice job by the left fielder.
Ava Rush with a great play.
If she wouldn't have cut that off, that would have been the go-ahead run as Becker slides in and just gets in ahead. The home plate umpire out there to make the call. Great hustle there by Mike Curtin to get all the way out to third base to make that call from behind the plate.
I thought maybe we had a courtesy runner there, but no.
We have a timeout on the field as Coach.
I think it's a pitching change.
Looks like Sparks is going to come out of the game now.
Looks like Alea Solard's coming in.
Alea Soard going to come in with this pitching change. We have a timeout. We'll take a timeout. Back after this, you're listening to high school softball tournament action with Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications. Back after this.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
Are you neglecting your building's fifth wall? Did you know something as simple as a clogged drain can lead to a destructive roof leak? Protect your business assets with WM Commercial Roofing's Umbrella Care program. This program will provide you with regular maintenance surveys and repairs to extend the life of your roof. Invest in your business with our top quality materials, advanced techniques, and skilled craftsmanship. Are you ready for a reliable partnership? Visit our website, wmcommercialroofing.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram to learn more.
Welcome back to Pickerington Central High School. Joe Geckler, Nick McWilliams. Big thanks to Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, of course, Claxon Communications for our broadcast today of the regional championship game between Portsmouth Notre Dame Titans and the Strasburg Lady Tigers as the Titans make a pitching change as Alea Soard comes in from third base. Now Gwen Sparks goes out to left field.
I do not feel, I really feel for the new third baseman who came into the game. Pardon me, I have the roster in front of me. Well, I don't have a 6 on the roster. I was going to say because you're going to have to play way in, and Ella Gilkerson, I mean, my goodness, that's close with the power Ella's got.
That's Ava Rush.
Ava Rush.
On third base.
Oh, yes,
now.
I missed that.
Ava Rush on third base. So
looks like Sparks is going to go left field.
Ella Gilkerson stepping in with 2 on, nobody out. Tie ball game here in the top of the 7th inning between the defending state champions, Strasburg Lady Tigers and Notre Dame Titans. First pitch swung on and popped back and out of play right on top of our head. That was pretty loud.
Mm-hmm. That was even one of the real loud ones.
That's the one you were talking about earlier. I'm glad I was able to experience that.
Now, what's really interesting is Soward just offered a changeup on the first pitch, and we know Strasburg at times has maybe struggled a little bit with slower pitchers. So we'll see if Soward maybe has a little less velocity, try to get these Tigers to overswing.
Now the 0-1 pitch. Inside for ball number 1. Nice job by the catcher to block that and keep that out in front of her.
And for anybody who's never done that before, no, that's not simple.
It's not simple. I don't envy catchers at all. We have a mysterious broom in front of us.
Just getting the foul balls.
Knocking the foul ball away. Now the 1-1 pitch from Seward. Swung on. Right to the shortstop, over to first base for out number 1. Nice play there by the shortstop to get the out of Gilkerson for...
Schaefer did the perfect play there. Looked the runner back, made Becker go back into third base. And now Coach Ford wants an intentional walk. He's going to put Reifenschneider on for the second straight at bat.
So Reifenschneider walked intentionally yet again today. She's been on base 3 times, 3 walks.
Ava Richards will stand in another monumental spot. By the way, in the field behind us, Dover just hit a 2-run shot. They now trail 7-3 in the 7th.
Jenna Malk.
It was Jenna Malk.
Now Ada Richards steps in with the bases loaded and 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Strasburg tied with Notre Dame 3-3. Now the first pitch. Going to be a changeup high for ball number 1.
I am not even going to try to look into the mind of Coach Tom Spidell right now. He's been doing this for a long time, and there's a reason he's back-to-back state champions with Strasburg. But do you almost think about trying to drop one down the first baseline on a bunt? First baseman's back.
Maybe the first baseline, yes, but they're charging hard on the left side. Now the 1-0 pitch. Another changeup outside for ball number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nowhere to put Richards. Addie Sibla. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Ada Richards.
Tigers faithful clapping in unison, spurred on by Olivia Spidell at second.
So 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch outside for ball 3. Ball bounces again in front of Entler. Nice job to block that. That's going to make the count 3 balls and no strikes now to Ada Richards. Nowhere to put her. You have to come.
I normally say about is it an automatic take in this situation? Yes.
Oh, absolutely. 1,000,000%. I would just put the bat down and be like, all right, throw it over the plate. I'm going to force you to throw a strike right here. 3-0 pitch.
It is low.
Ball 4. That's the go-ahead run. Walked in. Ada Richards draws a 4-pitch walk. And the Tigers lead 4-3 with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning.
Soward brought it right down Main Street, but it just dipped low. Entler couldn't pull it back up into the zone. Coming across, it is Becker who will score the leading run. And believe it or not, Joe, this is the first time Strasburg's led in this game.
First time they have led all game. If you remember last year's game, Strasburg scored all of their runs in 1 inning. I believe it was the 4th inning, if my memory
something like that, yeah.
And they scored all of their runs in 1 inning, and they scored 3 of their runs in 1 inning, and now 1 here in the 7th inning. So Addie Sibla going to step in with 1 out. That's another changeup high for ball number 1 as Sword, struggling to find the strike zone, is going to have a trip to the mound by Shad Ford. And we're going to take a timeout with this trip to the pitcher's circle with Strasburg now leading 4-3 in the top of the 7th. Back after this.
Do you hunt, fish, sew, or have a hobby that you would like to share with someone? Hi, this is Noah Sugg with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and we are faced with our biggest commitment in matching 56 littles with bigs. We will match a little with you that shares the same interests and enjoys the same things, so you can do what you enjoy and change the life of a little at the same time. To learn more, we ask you call 339-6916 or visit bigs4kids.com/volunteer. Thank you.
If
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
Pitching change here in the top of the 7th inning. Ava Rush steps into the circle now for the Notre Dame Titans as the Tigers lead now 4-3 on a bases-loaded walk. Ada Richards walks with the bases loaded. That's going to bring in Addie Sibla, but Ava Rush now the pitcher for the Titans.
And you'll see it here. Rush is a much more of a fastball pitcher, it looked like, from her warm-up, so it's a complete change again from Seward.
Going to be high for ball number 2. Now 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch coming from Ava Rush as she's struggling with her wristband, looking down and says, hey, go through the signs again.
Well, and you're coming into this game kind of cold in sense of going on the mound. I mean, she's been playing out there in left field, now third base, now pitcher. She probably hasn't been thinking that much of where the pitching.
2-0 pitch way outside for ball number 3. Again, nowhere to put her. And you're dropping the bat. You're not swinging right here, Nick McWilliams.
No, you're not. I mean, Sibla, she did have the single earlier in the game, and I know she'd be hankering to hit one in the right center gap, but no, this is not the scenario to be trying to push that.
Big thanks to Ron's Heating and Cooling for jumping on our sponsor. The 3-0 pitch. Outside corner for strike number 1. Ron's Heating and Cooling. When your air conditioner or furnace in the winter needs some tuning up, make sure you call Ron's Heating and Cooling.
You need that AC tonight, that's for sure.
Yes, you will. It's going to feel good to get home and get into the AC. 3-1 pitch going to be inside for ball number 4, and that's another bases-loaded walk, and now it's 5-3. Strasburg leads here in the top of the 7th.
Little did I believe coming into this game that 2 of our biggest moments in this contest would be RBI bases-loaded walks. But that's why they preach all the time. Wait for your pitch, watch where it's coming, and you will get rewarded for it. So now it will be Keegan Kramer coming in.
So Keegan Kramer. Keegan Kramer steps in again with the bases loaded and only 1 out, 2 runs in. Now it's 5-3 Strasburg on 2 bases loaded walks.
And the hard thing you're going through is if you're a Notre Dame fan, you're saying, you know, some people might question, why are you pulling Sparks at that point? Strasburg was putting the bat on the ball. They were starting to lock in on some of her stuff, so you're just trying to give some different looks. You're trying to hope there that potentially you're going to break through and they're going to overswing or they're just not going to lock in very quick. But right now, Rush is kind of struggling to find the zone.
Kramer takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. That's going to be right down the middle for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now. I asked you that exact question in the break. I said, why would they take her out? And that's exactly what you said. You said, hey, they were getting to her. They had timed her up, and there's not much you could do. Swung on and dribbled to second field. And a second baseman, she bobbles it a little bit. That allows a run to score. But they do get an out at first as Miley Reifenschneider scores on the ground out.
Sibla advances on to second. Richards will now stand on at third. And now you got to deal with, it's Raelle Watkins who comes back into the game after the pinch hit from Sophia Seacrest the last time up. There are 2 outs.
So we're going to have runners on second and third with 2 outs, 3 runs in for the Strasburg Lady Tigers here in the top of the 7th inning. They lead 6-3. Raelle Watkins steps in. She comes back in after being pitch hit for her last time up.
And the last thing you can do if you're Rush right now is award a free base here to Watkins solely for the fact of you have to deal then with the top of the order of Strasburg.
Yeah, you don't want to deal with the top of the order again. They put some damage on you earlier. Now Watkins takes the first pitch high for ball 1. The second pitch she swings and misses for strike number 1. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So we have 2 outs here, top of the 7th, 1-1 count to Watkins. Runners on second and third, high for ball number 2 So 2 balls and 1 strike to Watkins.
For those of you interested, Logan Elm defeats Dover out of the Pickerington Regional in Division II. So the Crimson Lady Tornadoes season comes to an end, but phenomenal season for those Dover ladies as they'll finish as the regional runner-up.
Inside corner for strike number 2 to Watkins. So runs the count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ava Rush gets her pitch. Now delivers the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, out number 3, but Strasburg with 3 big runs here in the top of the 7th inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th, 3 outs from Akron. Back after this with Big Z Sports.
Are you ready to give your home a new look? Look no further than Wayne Door, your one-stop shop for all your residential needs. Garage doors, entry doors, windows, and patio doors. Wayne Door has everything you need to upgrade your curb appeal. With 24/7 emergency service, you can trust their technicians to be there when you need them most. Stop by the Dover showroom on State Route 39 or visit WayneDoor.com and let the experts help transform your house into the home of your dreams. Wayne Door, more than just garage doors, from the people you can trust. Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Welcome back to the Pickerington Central High School. Joe Geckler, Nick McWilliams. We head to the bottom of the 7th. 3 outs away for the trip to Akron Firestone Stadium for the Strasburg Lady Tigers. They're up 6-3 after 3 big runs in the top of the 7th, Nick.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, what we saw there from Strasburg was that veteran presence that was in there. We said that this was a young team as the first offering to Antlers a strike. We said this is a young team, but this is a team that's got that winning culture. And teams that have that winning culture, they find ways to do it time in and time and again.
Good teams find a way to win, and that's exactly what Strasburg trying to help themselves in the top of the 7th inning there with those 3 big runs. Now got to close it out to get the 3 toughest outs of the game. Ball's going to be grounded past 2 infielders. Fire it to first. She got her at first. Raelle Watkins fielded the ground ball that got through the infield, fired it to Miley Reifenschneider, and got Entler out at first. What a hustle, what a heads-up play there by the right fielder. Look at our Wayne Door replay. That ball was scorched through the infield and gets all the way to right field. Watkins picks it up, fires a seed to Miley Reifenschneider, and gets the runner by a step. What a play by the freshman in right field.
What an absolute cannon shot. Not only the hustle to cut that off and run in, she threw that thing on a clothesline, as there's going to be an appeal down to first on the check swing. No swing for Ford.
So Macy Ford steps in. Count now 1 ball and no strikes. What a play. Maybe the defensive play of the day for the Strasburg Lady Tigers.
Do you have any laundry that needs to dry? Because you could have hung it on that.
Oh, you could have hung a week's worth of laundry on that.
Congratulations on an
Going to be low and outside for ball number 2. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2 outs to go for another trip to Akron.
And now we will recognize the 2024 OHSAA Division II.
Now the 2-0 pitch. It's going to be outside for ball number 3 to Macy Ford. Ava Rush on deck. Bella Rush to follow if they can get to her.
I didn't have her on the roster, but number 0, Caitlin Adebacher.
So the 3-0 pitch now to Ford. Right down the middle for strike number 1. Runs the count now to 3 balls and 1 strike.
And this is the perks of having such a veteran pitcher on the mound, is you're realizing you don't have to tell your pitcher, hey, don't get cute with it. Just go after these batters. We got a 3-run cushion. If you pitch not to lose, that's when you get yourself into trouble.
Swung on and drove down the third base line, but just foul. Runs the count full now. The 3 balls and 2 strikes. Big thanks to Niedenthal and Company in Strasburg jumping on our broadcast for the Strasburg Lady Tigers. Hopefully we'll have all of these extra spots and extra sponsors back here if we can get to Akron next week. The Tigers are 2 outs away to making their 3rd straight trip. The ball is going to be grounded up the middle, fielded, just under the glove of the shortstop. Gilkerson for a single by Macy Ford.
And that's just a good piece of hitting by Ford, putting it right back up the middle. And there's been multiple hits today by Notre Dame that have been just that. Those seeing eye singles that just find the right gap, as Olivia Spidell will kind of call out the traffic here and make sure the play's set up right. A double play does end it, but Ava Rush, she swung a hot bat today.
Number 11, Morgan Arnold.
So we're going to head to Ava Rush now, the number 8 hitter. She is 1 for 1 with a walk, a run scored, a stolen base. First pitch. Did she swing?
Peel down to first.
She did not swing. It's going to be a ball to Ava Rush. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Strasburg leads 6-3. The number 8 hitter, Ava Rush, at the plate. Macy Ford on first after the single. One-0 pitch. Going to fire down was Spidell, but she thought better of it. Now 2 balls and no strikes.
Somebody from the Strasburg fan section here yelling, "Come on, 19, get mad, bear down." And we've seen Amelia Spidell pitch when she's mad. That's a terrifying prospect.
It is a terrifying thing. When she gets in the groove, you're not going to do much to hit her. Amelia Spidell's been through the war, been through the battles, and she didn't set state records last year in the state championship game for nothing, because she got in the groove, got in a mindset that you see only those elite athletes do.
There's only, 14 or 15 punch-outs to start the state title game?
By the way, I haven't said anything to you on the air, but, man, you did a great job last year in the state championship game. I was obviously at home watching that one, and you did a fantastic job calling that game last year. And I think if we can get there, I think it's going to be me and you again.
Well, just got to get 2 more outs.
Yep. Swung on and popped out to right field. The right fielder under it. That's Watkins. Fires back to first base. And that's out number 2. So 1 out away as Ava Rush flies out to right field. Watkins tries to get the runner going back to first and almost did. Nice heads-up play there by Watkins.
Watkins heard me say you need 2 outs before returning to Akron.
Hey, you know what?
I'll make that 1.
I'll make that right now. Let's do it. Going to bring in Bella Rush, the second baseman. She's 0 for 2, a ground out to the shortstop and a fly out to center field. 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th inning, 1 out away from Akron for the 3rd year in a row. Outside corner, strike number 1.
Once again, congratulations to Logan Elm, who now advanced to the Final Four at Firestone Stadium in Akron, Ohio, on Friday, May 31st at 12.
Spidell looks down to her wristband, gets the call from her dad, Tom Spidell, the head coach. Now the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be popped up in the infield, called by Spidell. She caught it. They're going back to Akron. Another trip to the state Final Four for the Strasburg Lady Tigers as they come from behind, down 3 runs, and get the win here, 6-3 over Portsmouth Notre Dame for the 3rd year in a row.
You hear it sometimes about some of the great teams and all their accomplishments. People will say you haven't been battle-tested, you haven't dealt with adversity, and when you do, that's when some of the teams that are just good, not great, crack. Strasburg instead proves that is not what they are at all. 3 straight regional titles from Pickerington, and we're going back to Akron.
So 3 straight trips to Akron now for the Lady Tigers of Strasburg. They want to defend their state championship from the last 2 years. Strasburg with a 6-3 win here over Notre Dame as they come from behind. They were trailing 3-0, tie it up in the top of the 5th inning, and then go ahead in the top of the 7th inning and win it 6-3. Again, the Tigers are headed back to Akron. We're going to take a timeout and come back for our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show after this. Listen to Big Z Sports. Back after this.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the financial needs of local community members for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with the unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact the office at 330-308-8700 or visit cushfinancial.com to schedule your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independent Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA, SIPC.
Find your path to success at Buckeye Career Center. Buckeye students earned over 3,000 industry-recognized credentials this past school year, and over 130 students participated in our School to Work program or an internship at a local business. Let us help you get a jump start on your future in a career of landscaping and turf management, pharmacy technician, HVACR, CAD development and design, or any of our over 30 programs. Enroll today for next school year by visiting BuckeyeCareerCenter.org.
Jeff Wallach, LLC is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach, LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
Welcome into your Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show. 6-3, the Strasburg Lady Tigers are victorious in Pickerington and knock off the Portsmouth Notre Dame Titans with that 6-3 victory after tying the ball game at 3. They walk home a couple of runs and ultimately get the lead and will return to Akron. I got to say, this might be a short Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show solely for the fact I've been told there's dollar hot dogs and brats here from Pickerington. That always sounds like a great deal. But what a day for high school softball and the tournament. As a fantastic season for Notre Dame and for the Titans this year, as ultimately in the end they come up short. But a phenomenal performance from them really put the pressure on early when it comes to facing Strasburg. They played the game's first 2 runs. Those came by way of Ava Rush coming around to score, as well as Maddie Entler with an RBI. Alea Sword also had a sacrifice RBI. That was before Gwen Sparks, who was the starting pitcher, uncorked a solo shot down the left side. That gave them the 3-0 lead rather. And then Strasburg turned up the heat, as in the 5th inning they were able to bring across 3 runs. It was an RBI single for Amelia Spidell, and 2 RBI single for Ella Gilkerson, which tied our ball game up. That was before going on to ultimately take the lead late in the game in the 7th inning, as they played it across a handful of runs on walks. And Joe Geckler, what we always say, good teams will win, good teams will get into the postseason, great teams find the way to advance.
For sure. We're going to join the PA announcer who's right here next to us as he announces the players for Strasburg as they advance to the state Final Four for the 3rd time in a row. Hang with us.
Number 6, Addison Sondheimer. Number 7, Addison Siblia. Number 9, Ella Gilkerson. Number 10, Ashlyn Briggs. Number 12, Keegan Kramer. Number 14, Miley Riefenschneider. Number 16, Olivia Spidell. Number 19, Amelia Spidell. Number 32, Carity Hartline. Number 33, Gianna Marks. Number 35, Riley Watkins. Number 43, Miley Richards. Number 55, Ada Richards. Number 77, Riley Becker. Assistant coaches, Haley Reiger, Carly Maley, Rachel Montgomery, Brock LaRae, and the head coach of the Tigers, Tom Spidell.
So congratulations to the Strasburg Lady Tigers as they receive their regional championship medals. We're going to be joined up here in the press box by head coach Tom Spidell and our McInturf Realty player of the game here in just a moment. But, we're in the middle of our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show. Again, congratulations to the Strasburg Lady Tigers as they head to Akron for year number 3 out of the last 3 years in a row for the Tigers that get to go to Akron Firestone Stadium.
There were few places like it, especially for postseason softball, as they hoist Amelia Spidell on their shoulders, holding that regional championship trophy. Just don't drop that thing, Amelia, but you've gotten used to holding them, so we'll have to wait and see what comes up next for Strasburg. We know they're going to be in Akron. We know it's the Final Four. Boy, it doesn't get much bigger than this. I tell you what, Joe, I'm going to head down there and get some pictures. You keep me from here.
Absolutely. We're going to Nick's going to get some pictures and make sure he takes one of the banners with us and with him to get some pictures. We'll talk to Coach and our McInturf Realty player of the game. That's coming up here in just a couple of moments. But we are going to take another timeout, and hopefully we will have Coach and that player after we come back in our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show. Again, final score, Strasburg 6, Notre Dame 3. Back to Akron for Strasburg after this with Big Z Sports.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
You need unified insulation.
AC always running? Second floor always hot? Electric bills sky high? Don't let the upcoming summer months steam you out of your own home. Call Unified Insulation today. Hi, this is Jeremiah Thomas with Unified Insulation. With our help, your home will be cool and comfortable all summer long. Find us at unifiedinsulation.com.
You need unified insulation.
At Kaufman Realty and Auctions, you've got options. Your property is unique, and our agents know how to sell it. Whether it's a traditional listing or live auction, we'll earn you top dollar. Our agents will utilize whichever method of sale works best. When buying or selling your next home, call on Kaufman.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Welcome back to our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show. Again, the Strasburg Lady Tigers head back to Akron with a 6-3 win over Notre Dame. Titans out of Portsmouth today in the regional championship game here at Pickerington High School. And we are in our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show waiting on Coach Spidell. He's doing a couple things down there with the team with pictures and all kinds of fun stuff. But our McInturf Realty player of the game has decided to join us ahead of time. So we will go ahead and announce our McInturf Realty player of the game is number 9, Ella Gilkerson. She was 1 for 4 on the day, but that one hit was a 2-run game-tying single with 2 outs. And a huge hit for you, Ella. Congratulations. How does it feel, first of all, as a team? Your second time to go to Akron. You know, the team in the last 3 years have been there 3 years in a row. You get to go for your second time. I mean, this is going to become a habit for you. Your freshman year, your sophomore year. You know, how excited are you?
I'm super excited. The team came together after those couple runs they had. We got into the huddle and we were like, we got to get up. We got to get up in the dugout. We got to back up Amelia. We got to stop having errors in the field. we're going to get up, we're going to support each other, and we're going to do it.
What was Coach Spidell's message to you guys? You guys got down 3-0, and that's something you haven't done very much this year is go down in a game, especially to a great team like Notre Dame. They're a really good team. You've seen them 3 years in a row here in Pickerington. What was Coach's message to you guys?
He was like, just don't give up. We know we can come back. We know we can hit. We've seen it before. We just got to get back up on each other. We got to cheer each other on. So
run me through that at bat. That you got the game-tying single, a 2-run single. If I look back here, you were 2-2 in the count, and runners on, I believe. I think there might have been bases loaded, but you got the single to get 2 runs in. Run me through that at bat.
So I was on deck, and I was like, oh, my gosh, she's going to get walked, and I'm going to have to go up. And hopefully I don't strike out because I haven't been doing the best. But I'm like, just breathe, let go, let loose. Just hit the ball like you can do.
Sure.
So.
And, kind of a cool moment for you with your older sister here as well, watching you. And I know she's been here the last couple of games. But what does that mean for her support as she comes back? She's a Strasburg legend and comes back to support you and the team. What does that mean to you?
Amazing. She's been my role model all my years. I love having her support. Just seeing her in the stands makes my heart melt. I love seeing her.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations. Go celebrate with your team. I don't know where you guys are doing dinner tonight. Do you know?
I think Chick-fil-A, and we're going to have somebody's bringing us back into town.
Awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll see you Thursday at Akron.
Thank you.
That's Ella Gilkerson, our McInturf Realty player of the game here today as she's 1 for 4 with a big game-tying 2-run single, as I'm going to be joined here by the winning manager, winning head coach. Coach, 3 times now you're headed back to Akron. Give me your, we talked in the pregame. You said you were a little nervous because of one thing. Could have been your daughter's final game.
Yep.
And I saw a little bit of emotion when you said that to me in the pregame. Didn't want to bring it up to you then. But you know what? Talk about this team today, man. They went down 3-0, and we're all like, okay, this is a really good team over here that you're playing. Let's see what we can do. Talk to us about your team's effort.
Yeah, we talked about it all week, all year really, that it doesn't matter what happens in the game, it's next pitch. It's a 7-inning game. Just stay in the game. Help your teammates out. If you screw up, talk. Because if you clam up and you're going to make another error, you're going to have another bat at bat. You're going to do, whatever. And they just kept working, and we've gotten better over the year of being able to talk, help each other out. I took Ray out to pinch hit, and then I put her back in, and she makes 2 defensive plays there at the end. She didn't hang her head. She didn't pout. She didn't worry that she didn't get in that bat. She went out and played defense and did what she needed to. And, the great part about this team right now is my young girls, the freshmen and sophomores are really stepping up for us. They really are. They're doing a fantastic job. Our seniors are leading us, but it's the young girls that are, doing what they need to.
You only have 2 seniors on this team, and if you look at the middle of your lineup, you go sophomore, 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 senior, freshman, freshman, freshman.
Yeah.
That's great for the future.
It is.
But it kind of scary a little bit. You get late in the game, you're like, all right, we get a 14, 15-year-old up there. Are they going to be able to come through?
Exactly. I mean, and that that's been one of the things even all year. At the beginning of the season, I was getting upset because of the weather because we couldn't play. And I knew what the few sophomores that played last year, the seniors, Riley as a junior, I knew what to expect from them. But the rest of them, it was like, I don't know what I'm getting. Sure. I know they're talented. I know they're very good. But how are they going to handle pressure?
Sure.
And I think tonight, this was a pressure game, and that's what we want. And they all handled it very well.
Coach, obviously seeing a team 3 years, we talked a little bit in the pregame, seeing a team 3 years in a row in the same game, the same field, and the same stakes on the line, if you were on the other side of this and you were Coach Ford, what would be going through your head right now? You lose 3 years in a row to the same team, like I said. Yeah. What would be going through your mind?
That's a tough one.
As happy as you are.
As happy as I am, right, is down as he is.
Sure.
And it's tough, you know, especially when they jumped out to that 3-0 lead. I'm sure they thought they were on their way this year, because all the rest of the times we've been able to get a lead on them and have the momentum starting out.
Sure.
And they had it, so I'm sure, you know, they were feeling pretty good. And then, you know, we got that one run, the one inning, and then came back with 2 more to tie it up, and that was just – then our girls seemed to relax a little more. I felt at the beginning we were a little tight. And, you know, that's a credit to Portsmouth Notre Dame. They're a great team. So, you know, we know what's at stake. And, you know, that was one thing I was talking with on the way down here, is that, you know, our road through state is number 3 team at regionals. Now we're going to turn around and play the number 2 team, I'm assuming, if they won, Minster, at the state semifinal. That's just to get to the finals.
Sure.
Like, we don't have an easy road where it's nobody. We have a tough road to get through. So, but that's all good. You know, it makes you better. It makes you better.
I want you to take your coaching hat off and put your dad hat on for a second.
Okay.
And how special is this for you as dad and Amelia, who is graduating this year, already graduated actually, going on to Ohio Dominican, heading to Akron Firestone Stadium for the 3rd year in a row for another chance at a state title. How special is that for a family, for you guys?
It's very special. You know, my wife was very emotional here this morning. Kind of just last year when we played, Olivia and Amelia were kind of at each other during that game.
Sure.
And so here we are, we won, headed to state, and it almost felt like we lost because they were fighting and just mad at each other, and it just wasn't. This one is a lot nicer.
Sure.
You know, Olivia called timeouts there and went out and talked to her, and Amelia allowed her to. Sometimes that's not always the case.
Sure.
But yeah, and as a dad, I am so proud of her and Olivia. But you know, Amelia's done so much for our program, and I'm going to be, and I don't want to jinx this because I know we got 2 more games, but to me, one of her biggest accomplishments is in 4 years, she has 1 loss to a Division IV school, and that's Central her freshman year at districts.
Okay.
She has not gotten beat by a Division IV school in 3 years now.
Wow, that's amazing.
So she's got 2 more that she's got to get before we can get all the way through. But that's pretty impressive. That says a lot about her, you know. And really, she only has 1 loss to a Division III school, and that was this year with Triway and Carter.
Sure.
So there was no shame in that one either. It was a great game.
Absolutely.
So you know, we're going to enjoy this one tonight. And we're going to get back to work tomorrow.
Can
the
you
girls
give them at least a day off, Coach?
Nope, they'll have Sunday off.
There you go.
And you want to know something? And I guess I'm mean, whatever. We'll be practicing on Memorial Day too.
You know what?
We got to work.
You're playing for a state title.
Exactly.
You know,
this
you
isn't
get a chance to play for a state title.
Exactly. So we got to get back to work and get working on our hitting. We can't start quite as slow. We got to figure some things out and work on some swings, but we'll be okay.
I'll leave you with this question, Coach. How impressed are you with Tiger Nation supporting you guys down here again?
They're awesome. You know, our fans really get into it, and they don't mind yelling at the other team and the other team's coaches. And, you know, I think it pumps up our girls sometimes. And, you know, some of them, like Jimmy Richards, he helped coach them all the way up through, so they're used to him yelling and screaming. And it's so awesome to see, and we know it'll be even better up at state. You know, the only bad part is that Thursday morning at 10 o'clock, it's kind of hard for people to take off work and stuff but I know they'll still represent. And then, you know, if we're lucky enough to win and get to Saturday, it'll be.
That's a 10 o'clock game, too.
That's a 10 o'clock game also. Yeah, we're the first ones both days.
So the Sea of Orange needs to represent
that's
in Akron,
right? The Sea of Orange needs to show up Thursday, even though it's 10 o'clock. Take a day off work.
Absolutely. Make it a 3-day week
That's
instead
right.
of a 4-day week.
That's right.
Well, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's been an honor following you guys, and I'm excited to get back to Akron with you guys on Thursday, and have a good week of practice. We'll see you up there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep, that's Tommy Spidell, the head coach of the Strasburg Lady Tigers, joining us here in our Dumont Sporting Goods post-game show. Take one final timeout, come back and wrap it up after this with Big Z Sports.
This is Jordan Hartzler with Hartzler's Quality Housing. In today's housing market, with low inventory and rising cost, there is a need for affordable housing. With our team's knowledge and experience, we strive to provide affordable, quality housing to our customers to help them achieve their dream of home ownership. We have been a family-owned and operated business for 45 years.
Conveniently located just off I-77 in New Philadelphia, stop by and browse their model homes or learn more by visiting Hartzlers.com.
Welcome back to the Dumont Sporting Goods post-game show one final time. Again, the Strasburg Lady Tigers are headed back to Akron for the third year in a row with a 6-3 win over Portsmouth Notre Dame. And a big thanks again to head coach Tom Spidell for joining me here in the post-game show. And congratulations to our McInturf Realty player of the game, Ella Gilkerson, with a 2-run RBI single to tie it up and really propel this team over the top here over Notre Dame here today at Pickerington Central High School. Big thanks to everybody involved here today. Natalie, Holbrook, Casey Claxon, the main man, coming out and helping us again. I'm sure we'll see him in Akron on Thursday as we will bring you the state semifinal game Thursday at 10 o'clock in the morning. And we appreciate Casey and Natalie Holbrook as they do great work for Claxon Communications. All of our sponsors today, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Wood Electric, Cush Financial, Wendy's, Buckeye Career Center, Wayne Door, Dumont Sporting Goods, and McInturf Realty, of course, Synergy Signs and Graphics, Hartzler's Quality Housing, Jeff Wallach LLC, Tiger's Den, Needall Company, and Ron's Heating and Cooling. And I'll bring in Nick McWilliams one final time for his final thoughts here as we both prepare to head to Akron on Thursday. And a great game here. We were hoping for one of those games here tonight, and exactly what we got, Nick.
Well, we certainly did, and, it was funny walking down through the Strasburg community. I was grabbing the picture of our McInturf Realty player of the game, Ella Gilkerson, and it's all smiles. Everybody's super pumped. Everybody's super happy. But you know what everybody else is saying? Well, it's Minster. Well, we got Minster. Well, we're going to be playing Minster. All the focus is already shifting up I-77 up to Akron. And I would expect nothing less out of the Strasburg Lady Tigers, just like I'd expect nothing less than this 6-3 come-from-behind victory where they found a way to win. And we were going up and down through the score sheets. Every single player contributed today in one way or another, and that is how championship teams are made.
Total team effort, Nick. Great job as always. Look forward to Thursday and hopefully Saturday with you up in Akron next week. And again, big thanks to everybody today, and we will see you in Akron on Thursday with airtime around 9:40 a.m., first pitch at 10 a.m. with the state semi-final matchup. We'll post all the details coming up when we have them. Look forward to it maybe tomorrow or even on Sunday with the social media posts. Make sure you follow us on social media for all the information for the Strasburg state semi-final game on Thursday. Again, one final time, Strasburg 6, Notre Dame 3. For Nick McWilliams, I'm Joe Geckler saying, see you in Akron, everybody.
Thanks for watching this Claxon Communications production of High School Sports on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. For the latest news and scores, follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter at @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. Don't miss any of the live stream coverage all season long by simply subscribing for free to Big Z Sports on our YouTube channel. For the best in high school sports coverage, there is only one Big Z Sports.